welcome to our Table Talk Wilbranch Bye session. My name is Hina. I am your keeper, or I was your keeper. And these were my players. Hello, players.
Hello.
I'm sad.
Don't be sad.
Be happy that it happened.
Be happy that it even happened.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I gotta turn up my music. My music is really low. Holy shit. I must have needed a hyper focus during that during that finale. Hi everybody. How y'all doing? Hope y'all doing well. We are doing a co-hosting thing. It's a little bit different than our usual bit because this is the second ever campaign we have finished on this channel. And the longest campaign I've ever run. So we're going to have a little bit of a table talk. By far. We're going to have a little table talk discussion and discuss different things. I will be co-hosting with the lovely Dan, who runs our amazing podcast, and we love him dearly, and he works really hard for us. And so if you're listening to this right now, if you've listened to any of our episodes, right, like any time, and you haven't left a review yet, I'm very disappointed. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. So you should do that like right now, and then you will be forgiven.
I get to flex my podcast hosting voice for a bit.
You get to! Oh my god. Well, would you like to take it from me?
Sure, why not?
Take it away.
Guys, it's Dan here, yes. I'm also the producer for this podcast, so I want to give some guys some stats about this one. So we started Wilbranch back in roughly summer of 2020, and we started off with the Monster Hearts campaign. That was a ton of fun, and we all decided, hey, we kind of want to keep going with these characters, and then Hina suggested, hey, would you guys like to do a whole new system? And we said, yeah. And the rest is history, and damn, 4 years later, here we are. This campaign is now over. There's been a lot of tears, a lot of laughter, a lot of shit. Let's just say that. But it has been a ton of fun, and I'm very honored to have been able to share this great campaign with these great people to the public here and bring it to a wider audience. And thank you guys so much for letting me be a part of that. So just want to give that quick shout out. So let's just get started. I got some questions I got prepared for you guys. I'm not going to be answering any questions at all. I want to make that known now.
Good luck with that.
I'm here to host. Not
oh, Dan, this is why I said we're co-hosting.
Oh, you sweet summer child.
Okay, well, I'm gonna. Okay, well, fine. I guess I'll answer one or two questions.
One or two? I got like several. Don't worry, bud.
We got 100.
I don't have 100. I can't. Okay, I can't. I can't say I have 100.
I don't want this to be a 3-hour long.
Hang on, let me break out my small list of questions.
Also,
there we go.
Also, if you are in our chat right now and you do ask any questions, I am writing them down so that we can answer them at the very end, so that Dan can, of course, get through his lovely list. And then, of course, we'll be adding some new information about our next campaign at the very end. So you should definitely stay tuned, because I do have a special treat for those who are viewing right now. Sorry, podcast listeners, you missed out. You're going to have to wait until a certain date, which you'll also hear at the end of the podcast, so don't worry about that.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to start off with an easy one for you guys. I'm just going to go around the table here. Whoever wants to answer first, they can. What are some of your favorite moments from the campaign? I know we've had a lot of just memorable moments. For me, something that come to mind is, I'm very sorry, Aka, but I have to bring it up here. Wait, you don't understand. I'm a wizard.
I fucking hate you. Get out. Get
One
out.
of our first click moments.
Oh my god.
Hold up.
That one was really good.
Set the headphones
I'm
down.
sorry.
Oh no.
There might be violence on this podcast, though. Avert your ears if you can.
You missed.
Why would you egg her on? We didn't witness the. Hey, you know what? It was wonderfully censored by your background, so that works.
Yeah, but I still felt it.
Well, podcast viewers definitely heard it, or listeners definitely heard it. So there you go.
Yeah. Okay. So while I'm nursing that concussion, somebody can answer the question.
That's a hard one. I'll let the players answer first, because I feel like as a GM I should answer last.
I'm so sorry.
You
I'm
spaced
so
on the
sorry because
question.
I was answering something on from Jax
Uh,
on a chat.
Stop!
So I did
I'm
miss part
writing
of the
things
question.
down. Don't answer questions in chat. We're gonna ask them
sorry.
later. So, Dan, can you ask the question one more time, please?
Yeah, simple softball starter answer question. What are some of your favorite moments we've had on the campaign? It can be the most silly, it can be the most epic, it can be the most tragic. What kind of stuck with you guys the most?
If I can put it in a phrase, I'm a whole ass.
That was
That
an
one was really
amazing
good.
moment. A realizing his forgotten past and realizing
Yeah,
how much of a
like-
fuckboy he really was.
Yeah, just realizing how much of a shit he was before his whole transition onto Earth. You know.
Let me ask you and Hina this: was this a plan, like backstory for A, or was this something that was kind of spur of the moment?
Oh,
Well,
that was totally off the cuff.
Yeah, A was
honestly.
never planned to be transformed into a player character. A was always going to be an NPC. There was no plans for A to be taken over.
Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna jump around here because I actually had that question for Sammy.
Uh-huh.
Let's kind of dive into that. What made you switch over from Ash to A?
It really was just a spur of the moment decision. I was looking at Ash, I was looking at the ideas and possibilities of the story, and when I passed it by Hina, I said, well, you know, Ash is not of this reality. He's probably confused. It's probably twisting him, and I thought the idea of transitioning and pivoting to A would be an interesting, just really an interesting story idea. To have Ash, the Ash of the world, just become essentially just go nuts, basically, and then see what kind of effect that would have on him.
Was it originally going to be a temporary switch, or was it like a permanent one from the start?
Honestly, I was thinking it was going to be just a temporary one. I was going to probably pivot back to being Ash, but I had so much fun being A, and the chaos that A's personality brought versus Ash's more straightforward personality, that it ended up sticking.
What was your mindset? Like, how were you going to differentiate playing Ash and A?
Ash was going to be much more straightforward, a bit more of a not, I guess a better way to say what his personality was going to be like was kind of a nerd, you know, more of my geek side essentially, and more straightforward, more, oh my god, don't do this, you're going to hurt yourself, versus A being a complete mirror image of that, which is the self-perceived cooler character, the more fuck around and find out kind of personality.
How much did Hina playing A as an NPC kind of influence that kind of portrayal?
Quite a bit, actually. I think when she played A and there was that kind of mischievous, almost impish nature, that really that caught my attention. That really drew me.
Okay. All right. Does anyone else want to answer that question of favorite moments now that they had some time to think about it? Or I could go on to someone else as you guys keep thinking about it.
No, I definitely had time to think about it, and I had obviously quite a few favorite moments, but one of the first kind of missions that, you know, showed that what was the definition of monster really, I guess, was the little kid. And
that mystery. Okay.
That one
got me right in the heart. That was a really emotional one. And then also Iggy in the orphanage. Like, that was a really big emotional moment. And then also my own personal, like, for Cecily would have been when she came back, or when I came back to the store and she came back from training and realized that A and Ash, to kind of loop back into that, were not the same, and that Annabelle was gone. And they kind of had their little brief goodbye that Hina kind of played for her to just so Cecily could kind of have that closure there. And yeah, that was all a lot, and I kept looping back to that photograph that they took way back at the beginning. And so, like, for her, I think that was a big thing.
Uh, that is really well said. You mentioned that you had to leave for reasons, but we were so excited when Hina announced that you were coming back. So how excited were you to return after like was it almost more than a year of being gone from Wilbranch?
I honestly, I didn't want to leave in the first place, and I only had to because of work, and so that was really hard in the first place, and so I was super excited to come back, but it was also like, where's Cecily gonna fit? I'm sure the group has kind of moved on without her, like someone surely took up the boisterous, like, probably says what she shouldn't role.
Were you surprised when you saw, in terms of the group dynamic, that really wasn't the case, that Cecily always had a spot in the group dynamic?
Yeah, it was fun to come back, and I definitely didn't feel like I felt, obviously, from like story things, that I had a lot of catching up to do, but I also didn't feel like I really missed the beat as far as our dynamics. So like, it felt natural, and yeah, like the way Cecily would have felt returning back to her best friends, like.
If I can interject too, when you came back, I was like totally excited to have the alliterative intros again. Yes, that was so good. Like, you being able to pull that out of your hat like almost every time without fail. It was so good.
God, it got really hard there at the end. I really tried not to.
It was creative. It was great.
That was a sign that we had to end.
Yeah.
But,
okay, yeah. Suzy or Akka, did any of you figure out any moments that some of your favorites?
I'll go if Akka doesn't have anything.
Okay.
I want to say just in general, because I was gone for so long. For me, the biggest things that stand out is when we started with the second half of our characters together, and how we were kind of fumbling, in a sense, through the mysteries. Like, we were very much acting like teenagers going through everything that we were going through, and it really felt very genuine and very authentic to our characters with how we played them. That's something that I'll always have little snippets that'll come to my brain, like, randomly, of like I don't know, us being true teenagers. And even though I came back for the end, even then, coming back and seeing how our characters have changed and how our playstyles have changed along with them, it was still the same feeling of, we're still playing these teenagers who have no clue what's going on, but they grew, and
they did.
I really loved that so much.
Speaking of Belle, I have a question for Belle, actually.
Okay.
So, Belle quickly, throughout the campaign, she really shifted to being the mom of the group. I don't think we're in disagreement there.
No,
Who
we're
did
not.
Belle see as the problem child of the group?
Oh God. Okay. Well, here's the thing for Belle. Yeah, no, but it's very funny that it's asked that way, because really, everybody had their own way of making Belle panic. That there was no one over the other.
Children, you're all problem children.
Like that meme of like the person standing in the middle holding the leashes of all the different kids running away. That literally is like Belle.
Yup.
I need someone to draw that.
Like,
Oh my God,
the one on her chest was Archer.
Yup. Yup.
Oh, that's amazing.
The one chewing the leashes is Ash or A.
Yup.
No, the one chewing the leash was Lorelei.
Okay, yeah, fair.
Haha. She's a werewolf.
Hey,
No,
look, sometimes they fit, all right?
Oh yeah, no, it just, you guys each had very independent characters that, wanted to work together, but because of how different they were, it was moments that you guys would clash, and it made Belle go, ah!
Why?
Just listen to each other. But it was
Or
great.
when one had to be like, I'm gonna go out by myself. I'm sure
And it's
Hina
like,
always
no.
loved those moments.
Oh yeah, because that's just that gives great plot and it makes Belle go.
Oh yeah.
Why would you do that? Like the more it happened, the more she was probably like, I'm.
Okay, you sounded a bit guilty there. I did notice that throughout the campaign, Lorelei is like suspect number one in terms of like branching out on her own. Would you agree with that?
And she's a lone wolf. What do you expect?
She acts like she's a lone wolf, but she really did find her pack by the end. But I want to ask you this, okay, since now that we're kind of focusing on you. You mentioned that you based Lorelei off one of your Final Fantasy 14 OCs. Now that we're done with Wilbranch, how different are these two versions of Lorelei?
Oh, completely different. Opposite personalities, opposite everything. Like the Lorelei in 14, well, I will admit she was a little hot-tempered, but she was basically the catalyst to another character I'm playing, because I like to do roleplay in 14. So she was stubborn and she was kind of naive, and she was a little like, I won't need anything until it happened. So, and then once like a certain event happened, she basically became the one to push the other character along the journey, regardless if he forgot her or not. Whereas Lorelei in Wilbranch was like I'm a strong, independent woman. I need no man or woman. Because she's
Did you expect Lorelei to have that kind of path as we went along?
I was actually going for a completely different personality with her, but it just didn't come out that way.
Well, I'm curious. What was your original plan?
She was originally supposed to be kind of like those like off in the distance, kind of monotone kind of characters.
Boy, that's the moment you introduced Iggy. That was never going to be the case, was it?
No, it just suddenly everything came out that she's hot-headed, she's angry all the time, she absolutely trusts nobody. She literally became a mindset of I'm the lone wolf, I don't want friends or need anybody in my life. And then it came Oberon, and then the dynamic between her and Oberon.
Which, by the way, may I just pop in with O'Brien?
That was what I was going to say for my favorite.
Unintentional naming conventions.
That was actually going to be the thing I was going to pick for the thing that stuck out the most was the O'Brien. And anything that you all did with Oberon.
Just like right off the top of your head too. It was just so funny.
And you were and Hina, I just want to give you kudos. Like you were so quick to just roll with.
With my top of the morning to ya.
And on that same kind of thread, like the fact that for the opposite of Oberon, you came up with Orion so quickly, but it was such a natural follow up to that naming convention.
Same with, unfortunately, we didn't get to use it much. But it was like when Titania just like knocking on the door or on the window while they're in the classroom, and she's like, I'm here, just in case someone else was showing up.
Okay, so now that we had everyone a chance to talk, does somebody have a question for me? I had a feeling of it.
Oh, I have a bunch of questions, but I'm saving all mine for the end because it all is player questions.
Okay. All right, so let's do another roundtable one. This might be a tough one.
Oh.
I want everyone on this table to name me their favorite NPC.
Oh, that was one of mine.
I grade mine simple. What can I say?
I mean,
I'm copying Hina.
Like we shared our questions. We sure didn't.
Hey,
Here, I'm gonna actually add to this question.
Okay.
Because my question is only slightly different. Other than your connections, so your romance partners or your yeses, if you will, who is your favorite NPC and why?
Pup.
Why?
Oh my God, Pup. It's the infiltration mission was what stuck it for me.
I got ninja.
Got it.
Got it.
I don't believe it. I'll answer this one also. This might come as a surprise. Well, I absolutely love the gentleman. Every chance we get to interact with them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That know-it-all, like knows a lot more, but his plays it cool. I'm a sucker for that archetype, and I always love how like he always like they were always like one step ahead, but was always at the same time really supportive of the group, even if it was in a very unique way.
I feel like with talking about these NPCs, I want to give a little bit of extra with each one since you're bringing up each one. As for Pup, I think my inspiration for Pup was literally like a puppy you would see in a window that was overexcited, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kind of like fed into that as much as possible. It would be the one that like kind of rolled over onto its back trying to run towards you and then immediately get back up and then run back towards you. And
quick question, like before you move on. Is Pup a nickname or his actual name?
I think we just decided that was his name.
So in school, he's
Pup.
doing roll call. The teacher will call Pup.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just how it went.
Wilbranch.
I'm sure he had another name, but we never really discussed that further.
Nope.
So we just kind of kept Pup.
Nope.
Unless Laura, you had anything that you came up with for a name. I don't recall you ever telling me a real name.
I literally was racking my brain at one point thinking of a name.
We were. I think I did ask you what Pup's real name was at one time, and we just never came up with it. So it was just like, it's Pup. That's it.
I can imagine now a scene where somebody says Pup's full name, and the rest of the group is like, "Who the hell is that?"
Pup Spiridula. But let me just really quickly before I let it's okay. For the gentleman actually existed in a previous game. The gentleman was actually an NPC that was part of my first ever campaign, which was Wyvern's Mark, when we played in Dragon Age. He was actually the BBEG. So I kind of I gave him a little bit of a flip for this section because I wanted he's one of those kind of characters that in the original campaign that he was part of, the group was learning how to fight him because he was looking for a group of heroes that could stop him from ending the world. So that was his whole goal, was he needed heroes to be trained to kill him. So I kind of wanted to utilize that. Like, I know a lot about myself to kind of like flip the script to I know a lot about everything else, and I want to use that to train heroes and to teach them. So that's how the gentleman came to be. Plus, I love smug, smart guys. They come naturally. I think there's a part of my personality that just kind of comes out as that smug, I know what I'm doing kind of attitude.
Oh, I can tell you love playing gentleman.
Oh, he's so much fun to play. All right, Andy, I'm so sorry for interrupting you. Who was your favorite NPC?
I interrupted you.
No, you're fine. What is your favorite NPC? Please tell me.
I have to go with Abuela.
Yes.
But Cecily had a special connection there because, one, I feel like obviously with Ash, her and Ash were pretty close, so she got pretty close to Abuela that way. But I also feel like Cecily lacked that grandmotherly maternal role in her life, and her mom wasn't even particularly maternal. And so it was, I think, for her, feeling better meant putting on the apron and helping Abuela in the kitchen, like she would occasionally do throughout it. And I don't know, there was just something about those little moments.
See, I'm so glad you found Abuela to be your favorite. I was the most terrified of playing Abuela, to be honest. Being a white person and not knowing enough about that kind of culture, I did a lot of research to make sure that I was being respectful to the culture, but I also leaned into a lot of like Sammy and Suzy a little bit to kind of like make sure like I would see their reactions and their responses to Abuela, and I would of course like wait for feedback if I messed up or anything like that. Like every time I played Abuela, I was like, I gotta make sure I do this right, and so I hope I did.
Did I fuck up?
I was ready for somebody to message me one day, just go, you fucked up, and I'm like, yeah, that's right about me. I'm just over here trying my best, but that email never came. That message never showed up. So I must have done something right, which makes me very happy. Oh, thank God.
Suzy,
Personally speaking.
okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, actually, no, Sammy, let's finish your thought.
I was just gonna say on the subject of Abuela, personally speaking, having grown up with a Caribbean mother,
Mhm.
The notions and the actions and what you brought to the table as Abuela was relatively spot on.
Oh,
I
that
mean, it
makes
was-
me so
yeah.
happy because I don't have that relationship with my own mother. That is not how my household was at all. So that makes me really happy that you found that with Abuela. That actually like really warms me up.
And on the topic of characters of Hispanic culture, Torres was my favorite
Ah,
NPC.
that makes me
Ah,
really happy.
Torres.
I was also
Really
scared of
reminded
him.
me of like an uncle that you can connect with that is an older gentleman, but he is understanding and like is very chill and relaxed, and it's like whatever. He would have
And
been
then
like the uncle-
sometimes encourage your deviant behavior.
Exactly. He was the one that slipped you a little bit of liquor when you were too young, but it's that's
If
just
not
tradition.
liquor, maybe a magical magical grenade launcher.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Torres
Any-
was absolutely the childless adult. In my opinion, when I was making him,
Oh,
he
yeah.
he was
Well,
like,
he
I'm
was a
gonna.
fun uncle.
He's going to be the fun uncle. He was the childless adult who would be like, "Yeah, go ahead, go shoot the gun, go shoot the magical grenade launcher over there." Meanwhile, Abuela's like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, it's okay.
Little
Pull the trigger.
Ash.
This little Ash running with a magic gun, and he's like, "Yeah, go
What you
shoot that
got
tree."
there?
Gun!
But
No!
When Torres and Elizabeth had to work together, favorite
Uh.
moment.
Mhm.
Divine, like, I put gunpowder in it. Well, you did what? Like,
Huh?
I have a guess, but I want to hear what you say. Who your favorite NPC was?
Why do you? Okay, no, I'm curious. Who do you think it is?
Well,
Oh, come on! I'm pretty sure we all know it's Oberon.
No.
Oh, Orion.
I heard it. I heard it.
I heard that. No.
No.
Uh-huh.
No. Okay.
So was it
No,
over?
it was-
Go ahead.
It was both Orion and Oberon.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Hard to it was in the words. I was torn between the two. 'Cause
Aw.
when Oberon first came on screen, and by the way, I love the favorite moment where I made all y'all go, "How the fuck did you know that?"
Mm-hmm.
One of the top moments of Wilbranch.
That was a
Oh
top
my.
moment.
Forgetting any sense of mystery, any sense of thing, just straight up says, "You're Oberon, aren't you?"
And everybody immediately, I saw that clip recently, and everybody just going, no. And then me going, how on earth did you guess? Everybody lost their shit.
Yeah, we all lost
It
our
was
minds.
so good.
It was just like, okay, I'm just gonna cut to the chase. Let's get the obvious out of the way first. That was my mindset at the time. Was like, let's just get rid of the obvious first.
I'm gonna spare Dan an hour of this.
okay, so that makes me think of a question for everyone.
Oh.
Everyone visualize for Oberon. Surely you have.
Oh. A headcanon. Who would you?
I can go first. Mine
Yes.
was, Pedro Pascal.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Daddy?
Interesting.
I
Zaddy.
don't know
Mm.
why. Maybe because he played like Oberon in Game of Thrones and the name. And
Maybe.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That is
Oh,
interesting
okay.
because all I can think about is the meme of him right now going, and also you should know this too, kind of like looking at the camera.
Right,
That's
like-
that's the thing I can think about with him.
But the more you described him and the more popular he got through the course of the game,
Mhm.
the more mainstream he got in like real world, and the more you got to see of his true character, the
Mhm.
more I felt like that headcanon, just because it was tied to Game of Thrones when we started this, fit him more spot on as you saw more of the actor like developing in real life. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, he could totally be Oberon.
Yeah, I can see that. I can kind of see it.
Okay, this is gonna be a very obscure reference, but back in the '90s, there was this movie starring Whoopi Goldberg and Gerard Depardieu called Bogus,
Okay.
and
Oh,
Oh
okay.
my god,
Yes.
Bogus with the boogeyman
Yeah.
guy,
y-
like
Mhm.
super
yeah, so
pale guy.
yeah, it was a comedy. First of all, It
Okay.
wasn't- I don't think-
Mhm.
and it was this really silly imaginary friend brought back to life. That
Oh,
communicated.
okay.
And that, like, for some reason, like with raggedy clothes, it's like that mixed with, ironically enough, like one of the sillier doctors in Doctor Who.
Okay.
Like
I
almost like
can
a,
see that.
like in 11th, where he's very very spontaneous, very curious about the world, but is also very like supportive of the ones he loves, and that's the vibe I got for. So I guess for me, it's Matt Smith. It's like my vision.
Okay.
I can
Okay.
see that because I love Gerard Depardieu, and he's great. I
Anybody
can
else?
see that. I was thinking kind of more. This may seem unusual, but I was kind of getting like maybe somewhere between like a Donald Glover or somewhere akin to Anansi from American Gods.
Oh,
As
okay.
far as the look, like the show.
Okay.
So that's
Yeah,
that kind of
yeah.
mischievous look, yeah.
Hmm.
Stylish but mischievous.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. Does anyone have any other kind of head visions of them overall?
Okay, so I actually had two different
Oh.
versions of both Oberon and Orion
Okay.
in my head.
Ah,
So the Oberon that we know, like excluding Orion out of this,
Yeah.
I actually imagined Oberon kind of close to how Hina described him, but with the Johnny Depp version of the Mad Hatter.
Oh, that's
live action
interesting.
Oberon.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
That was like my imagination and envision for Oberon, and I just kind of was cackling every time I thought about it because it's just so goofy.
He is
And then
very
you
much
have
chaotic,
like
like Oberon is. I could see that.
Then Orion, by the way, Hina, I'm gonna mention this now. During that whole entire segment with Orion and the Sealy, I
Hmm.
love how you just went to my love for dark fantasy.
I also very much enjoy Dark Fantasy, as Dragon Age is one of my favorite games ever. Dark Fantasy is so good.
So who was your vision for Orion? I'm curious.
For Orion, it was kind of like the typical like gothic looking anime characters.
Okay.
Like the handsome stuff.
Okay.
Nice.
I could see
I
that.
just enjoyed it.
all right, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Did anybody not give their?
No, I think we all.
Did Suzy give yours? I forgot if Suzy got it.
No,
hers.
because so my thing is I'm not really good at visualing.
That's fair.
people.
I'm not either.
Yeah, like I love that you gave a lot of descriptions for visuals for people.
Oh,
because
thank you.
I have a very vivid imagination, but I need words to help me visualize.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
it's hard for me to like really associate. Like I got the Mad Hatter vibes, like how Akka said,
Hmm.
like when you first described it, but not so. I imagined more lanky and more
Okay.
elongated, I guess is the best way to say it.
Okay.
Definitely more, almost more monstrous than humanoid.
Oh,
head, you know?
interesting.
Like
Okay.
I get you.
It gave a lot in my head, at least,
Uh
in
huh.
our interactions because of the whimsical personality and
Okay.
the way he presented. It definitely gave more of that than
Okay.
humanoid.
Well,
And
may
that's why.
yeah,
Mhm.
I can see that a lot. I mean, going off of like how I've been talking about everyone's favorite and going in depth of how I created them, Oberon. I had been looking into like a lot of circus things as well as other things, and I was just like, what if the Sealy had a circus? Because that just sounds like so much fun.
Mhm.
And so I was like, Oberon would absolutely be the ringleader. But not only that, because Titania was already invented, I was like, he's got to be like a wild ride compared to Titania, because I wanted people to look at them both, go, how are those two together? I wanted people to look at those two. And then when it came to Orion, I was like, I have to make a foil. So like I had to take that bubbly personality and that I want to learn about the world and change it to an introspective character that kind of goes a little, not on the brooding side of things, but more on the introspective and just like the internal monologuing, loves that quiet like space of like a cozy room, like before a fire and drinking tea and reading poetry. So it was like two very opposites, and I'm so glad that Akka, you like both of them, because that just warms my heart.
What's a dreadful melancholy night?
Meanwhile, Oberon's just like, I wish for a party right now.
Happy party.
Happy party right now. But I
You
didn't
guys
want.
put me in a torn situation of like, man, if Lorelei wasn't with Abby, and by the way, I do love those two being together. I was like, I totally would have. Like, go for Orion.
Well, and like the fact that you like both is really good because that means that I did that correctly, and I wanted it also to be where Orion wouldn't be immediately turned off by everything Oberon wanted to do, because I wanted him still to be interested in that kind of stuff, but not completely like yeah, let's do it. I wanted him to be a lot more calmer. Yeah. To be like, all right, we're gonna scare the pants off of these people over here for the finale. And Oberon's like, what are we gonna do? Prank them? And he's like, no, more than that.
I think that's
Okay.
that box.
So I got a few more like in-character questions, and this next one is for Cecily. So, Andy, when Cecily got back from her hiatus, I noticed that in a lot of the mysteries since she got back, she was very flirty with some of the other NPCs outside of Jason. And I thought it was always in good fun, but it brought a question in my head. Like, if Cecily had a secret journal that she kept of her secret harem fantasy, who's on that list?
I had a feeling that something like this would and it's funny that you say that because I was actually gonna say, another NPC that bears honorable mention was the Wolf Knight in the fairy world.
I knew that was gonna be the top of the list.
I think his name was Rory. I think that was the case.
Yeah, Rory, yes.
It was Rory, and I feel like at that point you could have convinced Cecily if Jason was not in the picture. Like, she absolutely loves him, but being there and having this night, and he was treating her like this lady of the court, and seeing the like extravagance of the Fae world, she was ready to hang up her pom-poms and pick up her tiara and become like her own Disney princess at that point in time. Okay.
It was such a great moment.
It was.
This will only make sense because we were saying this before the stream started, but I found the DJ.
Oh, the DJ?
Oh, God. Sorry. No, we're not bringing that in. We're not bringing that in.
Yeah, let's not. When it came to Rory, going off of my usual NPC thing, Rory actually is based off of another NPC, which is always hilarious. A lot of the NPCs, well, actually not a lot of them in Wilbranch, which surprised me, but a lot of them, some of them are from NPCs from failed campaigns. He actually was inspired by one, which is our Curse of Strahd campaign, which Sammy and Suzy were both a part of. He was a guard that was a very himbo, which one of my favorite lines of him was like, all right, you all stay here. I'll go get the guard. Wait a minute, I'm not supposed to leave. Oh, bother. And so, like, he's one of those kind of characters. So I wanted Rory to also kind of, like, experience that kind of, like, but also have that wolf-like desire to protect and also, like, loyalty. So he was himbo / golden retriever boyfriend, so I could see why.
I loved it. And then to round out the harem, I think it would be probably, obviously, Oberon, because that was the first time.
You home record.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Though the Fae are totally fine with polyamory in my world.
Oh, my mistake.
So she would have done that, and then maybe throw in A's dad. The king of the underworld.
That's not a thing for older gentlemen, apparently.
Yeah.
I love that for you so much because you were so angry at people that like Cecily's mom, and yet you're like, oh, the older man.
She kept herself composed, but Lord have mercy.
Lord have mercy with the zaddies.
Batting eyelashes.
I know how to make NPCs hot. I don't know how I do it, but that's one of the things that people tell me when they play with my games. One of two things. Either my NPCs are too relatable and I need to stop, or my NPCs are too hot and I need to stop. And the answer to both of those answers or questions is no, I won't stop. I won't.
Okay, I might take a break from asking questions in case anyone wants to ask somebody else, or I'm going to open up to the floor table a little bit.
Well, I can ask a question for sure.
Okay.
Let me see. One of the questions that I saw was asking about Alice is Missing, but I kind of want to change that question a little bit to before Wilbranch, what was your experience with tabletop gaming? How many games have you played before, and how, you know, what was your favorite one kind of question? So just an all-around tabletop question, let's say it that way.
Oh
I'll go
god,
first.
I have
I'll
to
go
go
first
back.
with this one. Yeah, because mine's probably gonna be the shortest answer. My experience with tabletop was mainly just the very basic D&D stuff, and yeah, I would have a few tables. I have had like maybe actually coming back in my head, maybe had 3 different tables in my life so far before Wilbranch,
Okay.
and unfortunately, not all of them did not were able to have like a full on conclusion.
Yeah,
They
because
all
you
had
said
to
this
be
was your
dropped.
first one.
Yeah, they all had to be ended due to either scheduling or just loss of interest. And yeah, so for me, Wilbranch has a big special place in my heart because this is the first one where I got to have not only a long-term campaign, but really formed a bond with the people I'm playing with to the point where we're friends for life, and I cannot wait for us to play the next game together. So.
So would you recommend then, since your experience was with D&D, would you recommend that other players pick up games other than D&D?
Absolutely. Like, this opened me up to the idea of like playing things outside of D&D. Like I long-term planning here, I still really want to learn to run the Avatar Last Airbender game. I'm still trying to learn that system, and I really want to potentially run that with you guys. But again, I'm curious about every kind of different systems now. Like you introduced us to Monster of the Week. You're bringing us into Apocalypse Keys. I'm very excited to ride this run.
Yay! That's my job. Anyway,
I'm personally looking forward to your Avatar game whenever you do. Like if you ever do start it up.
Anyone else wanna? Go ahead.
I definitely have been playing tabletop.
You have been
since the 80s D&D, like that's devil worshipping Redbox, like had that as a kid. Like I have played Dungeons and Dragons or like Vampire the Masquerade way back when it first came out, and like I usually always ran games, and this was only like my second or third game where I actually was playing a character. And the first 2 before that is where I met Hina, you.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. And it's also the first one that ever like wasn't just me forcing my brother and sister to play tabletop RPGs with me, where we got to like actually finish. And I felt like we had an ending, like a real ending.
Well, let me ask you this, since you've played a lot of different other games, how do you feel? And this is kind of also me just curious because, of course, I'm going to ask questions about feedback and things about myself. How do you feel like my game compared to other games? And you don't have to give specific answers or things like or experiences, but just how do you feel like the game went compared to your other experiences?
I love the apocalypse world. I love the more narrative, less crunchy.
Yeah.
And so all in all, like also how long we played it, all of the homebrewing that went into it, like I have been there because I did the same thing with Monster Hearts and ran it until it was well beyond, and we had to try to add combat into it, and like the whole system got really weird. But the whole thing was the basis of the mechanics kept the gameplay pretty straightforward anyway, and it was all just narrative. And so I absolutely love the Apocalypse World games first and foremost, and this game and your game I loved especially because I felt like you really gave our characters room to develop. And while it was a Monster of a Week game, where I feel like a lot of people are going to run that as you're hunting a monster a week and like trying to kill them, you did the very, and I'm a big fan of Buffy, you did the very humanizing the monster. type of thing, which also forced Cecily into being a sort of it humanized her too for her benefit, I think, because she was all for let's just throw a punch and hunt a monster. Like that was like I feel like what the Foundation meant to her.
I'm so glad you say that. That makes me so happy. Because honestly, like, I think I started, and I'm not going to toot my own horn as if I'm like, I came up with the idea first, but I feel like I was going the route of Apocalypse Keys before Apocalypse Keys was even, like, a thing because of the monster culture of you know, omens and creatures being people and just trying to survive. That very queer vibe of like surviving in a world that doesn't accept you. And finding people, and actually like a group of kids going, oh, we accept you, and we'll do what we can to help you. And I thought that was a really cool vibe that you all gave it. But thank you, Annie. That means a lot to me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Anybody else? Oh gosh. Anybody else want to answer the question? What games have you played, or just general tabletop stuff?
So
Oh, not all at once, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's let Aka go first.
Yeah, Aka, feel free.
Okay, so I have been playing tabletop games since like I got out of high school. It started with like a group of friends and I who were just making up some random games here and there, and then we just use the dice system and then pick out like races. Unfortunately, a lot of that led to a bunch of fallouts and fighting. And then when Dan and I got together, we joined a tabletop, which ended up with me needing to recreate my character again because stupidity.
Oh no.
Long story short, I challenged a dwarven saying, you can't destroy this thing. It ended up destroying the thing. Because of that, I lost my powers and then got coup de grace. And then I ended up making a little, I think it was like a halfling to basically kind of spite on somebody, where this is like attention, just like this attention little changeling child trying to up everything the other person was doing. Unfortunately, that had to end due to kind of scheduling conflicts, and also the other tabletop games we had lost interest. So I had mostly focused on roleplay at the time because I like to roleplay.
Very much so.
I ended up doing my own little one shot with the group of our peers when we went on a mission to help save one of my characters from turning into basically a monster, and that was great because I had someone who was very experienced. No, two people who were very experienced in D&D sitting there with me, helping me because I was just so freaking nervous. It ended up splitting the party. I had the party that got the easiest path.
Oh, you told me this story.
Yeah. So what made it hilarious was all they had to do was kill a simple toad and two little sprites.
Sometimes the dice don't like it. Sometimes the dice just don't like it.
The RNG was so terrible to them. Like, they could not kill this simple frog.
So
that's how it goes.
So going back to the discussion, I just want to make sure. So since you've played a lot of D&D, you said, how do you feel going to a narrative-based system, like Apocalypse Keys or like Monster of the Week? How does it feel going, especially since you do have that affinity for roleplay? Do you feel like it scratched an itch, or do you feel like it was hard to get into? I just want to know your vibe on that one.
So I like storytelling. Like, I'm a huge simp for storytelling. Like, if it has a good story, you'll get me hooked. So the narrative of going into Wilbranch and all that stuff, compared to me just writing off simple plot lines for roleplay every now and then, like that whole entire thing, it was great because I got to sit there scared to death that I have this whole entire character fleshed out in my head. Only to know that they were possibly going to die and I'm going to have to re-roll. And I would have sucked because of the ideas I had going on.
So
that's just like with any D&D.
I mean, yeah. So would you recommend, like I asked for Dan, would you recommend that other players try games other than D&D then?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed it. That's my job. I like hitting that little check mark that I got you all to consider other games. Does anybody else want to answer? Sammy, you were ready to answer. It sounded like.
Suzy, if you want to go first, and you can.
Yeah, I know you have a long history of gaming,
Yeah.
Sammy. So I appreciate you for letting me go first.
Yes.
So yeah, my gaming experience with tabletop started off with 5th edition Dungeons and
Mhm.
Dragons. I'm a baby when it comes to tabletop. I mean, I say that, but it's been almost 6 years now.
Oh my god, me
roughly.
too.
I know. Right? That's
Funsies.
crazy. But I never had an experience that was positive until I started gaming with you, Hina. And I'm not saying that people weren't good before. It
No.
was just not really positive experiences and really feeling heard through my character.
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry.
And- Don't cry.
Oh god, it's like you're giving me the best compliment I've ever fucking received in my entire life. Go just cry anyway. Go on.
But like I enjoy D&D, and that's why I'm so hooked to being in your tables and going into this. Like Aka said as well, I really like story-driven games and experiences, and I love romance. I'm a sucker for romance. I will try my best to have any character of mine romance. I just love love, and and to like have those experiences and to have a world that we all built together with you really made it very fun. And I just, I unfortunately had to step away because of my own issues.
Mhm.
And I really do regret it. I will say to you guys, I wish I wouldn't have left. But at the same time, I knew I would have been very hot and cold with you
Yeah.
guys. And that wouldn't have been fair to you. So I really appreciate
Real
you
life
guys.
always has to come first, 100%.
Yeah. But I
We're
really
just-
appreciate
Yeah.
table
We're just so happy
much.
you got to join us for the end.
Yeah.
I had
That was
to.
like the first thing we wanted. When he was talking about to us about like, hey, we are getting close to the end of Wilbranch. Is there anything you really want to see?
You all
at the
said
end? Like,
everyone said
we
Suzy.
all want to say a complete party.
Yeah.
At the end, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are being gross.
You started it by being gross to me.
No,
So,
but,
Go ahead.
Live with it.
No, I was gonna answer your follow-up question.
Yes.
I really recommend trying out when you have a DM that you feel comfortable with. That's really important because you have to really have a trust with someone and feel comfortable with someone to really kind of be a bit vulnerable when you play characters,
Oh yeah, that's very, especially with how different narrative systems are compared to like crunchy systems like D&D. If you start with a DM that you don't know, it can be really scary. So if you know the DM, it's going to be a lot easier, 100%. And to GMs, of course, that are like, I'm scared to run a game, everybody's going to fuck up. I mean, when we all played Monster Hearts, there were times where I was just like, what the fuck am I going to make you all roll? And I feel like you didn't roll as much as you could have because I'm like, what are these stats?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it happens. And, like, honestly, the number one reason we moved to Monster Week, which you all are aware of, is I needed an extra stat because the stats didn't make any fucking sense. So I needed the stats. Now, we could have
But we're-
picked any old game to do that. But I was just like, oh, hey, look, this one looks pretty good. Also, it's Evil Hat, and I love Evil Hat. Everyone knows this. Oh, gosh.
Sammy, why don't you finish off this question?
Sure. So even though I was familiar with tabletop since like advanced AD&D, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, I didn't actually start until around 3rd edition myself. So just a little later than Andy, but around roughly the same timetable. But I started with that. I really fell in love with Shadowrun during that time. And to this day, I'm a big Shadowrun fan. Even like with Anarchy, the more narrative-based system, I absolutely adore it. But I played other systems, more obscure ones, stuff like Bureau 13. I'm looking forward to some of the systems that are coming out soon. Running and looking forward to running some of the ones that I have that we've both collected. I know we have like Blue Rose and a couple other ones too that we saw to run that collection back there.
Anyway.
So yeah.
So, go ahead.
And to answer your question too, it's you're not going to know what jives with you until you try a little bit of everything. You know, if you try a little D&D, try a little, Across 1,000 Dead Worlds, a little City of Mist, whatever whatever you can get your hands on. Try it out and see what catches your attention.
I have heard many a story of people that say tabletop's not for me, and when asked what they've played, it's just Dungeons and Dragons, which is, I guess, fair, but also it's like, but you got to try other things to see if you like it. Because there are such easy systems, like what is Honey Heist is like a 1d10 system, and it's like the easiest game you could play. And there are other games that are really easy to jump into and just make one shots with.
Yeah, or if it's a setting issue, like you don't like sci-fi or you don't like fantasy, stuff like that, try something that's more setting neutral, like Fate, like the Fate core system.
Yeah, that's true.
Stuff like that, yeah.
I did see a question asking why I didn't homebrew it. Dan, are you okay if I answer that question?
Yeah, by all means.
So, as a GM, I've been doing this for 6 years now, as I usually say in this is actually my anniversary. I started in March, back when I got the Dragon Age system for Christmas, from Sammy's. That was actually my first real dive into being a GM, because I saw that book and I was like, I need to run it. And as far as homebrewing goes, I was so scared back then to even like consider running D&D, to be honest, because of how intensive it was. So homebrewing a full system didn't seem like it would be viable for me as somebody with ADHD, as well as with other, time constraints. Like, I have a full-time job, I have to do other things, and I want to make sure, of course, the system works for everybody. But also I want to be able to try other systems. So instead, working Monster of the Week into more of an agnostic system, kind of taking the stats, making it basically into a basic apocalypse game, while still using the movesets, because the movesets did help us a lot. I mean, with investigating a mystery. And, I mean, like I started in Wilbranch, when we played in the Monster Huts, that story changed completely to where you all wanted to investigate a lot more than I anticipated you all would. So a game that involved solving mysteries seemed like it wanted to, it was going to be the better option. I didn't know you all yet as players. I was still kind of getting the table chemistry back then. So I was like trying to find a system that everybody would kind of jive with based on how that system went. And that system, we struggled because we wanted to roll more dice. And, Monster of the Week definitely allowed us to roll more dice, but also gave us more consequences for our actions that were already listed out. Now, as now, would I still homebrew? Like, if I was offered that, like, why don't you homebrew it now? I don't know if I would. I think I would still reskin a system over fully homebrewing my own, just because I don't feel like I'm smart enough for that. Now, I know my players will probably be like, you're very much smart enough for that. I don't know yet. Maybe in the future, we might be at this table playing a game I completely wrote. I don't know. But for now, I mean, I didn't even have Wilbranch planned out, and now I have a whole fucking universe that I made. And I don't know how I did that. So, I fucked around and I found out. And so it's the same thing as they all fucked around and found out. I also fucked around and found out. And I mean, like, I'm still homebrewing stuff for our D&D campaign. I was homebrewing for here. Everybody ended up with brand new sheets with homebrew moves that we all made together by the very end of it. So I was dipping my toes into a bunch of different homebrewing, but making a whole system from scratch, I don't know if I could still do that. Maybe in the future. Who knows?
To be fair, too, you started Wilbranch like way back when you were still.
I was baby. I've been doing this for 6 years now. And we've been doing that for 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
I just realized.
It's been, I started at 2 years.
In the middle of that.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah, because I tried to run a City of Mist campaign. I tried to run a Curse of Strahd campaign. And then a bunch of other things in the middle I can't remember. And then I started running one-shots for Sisters Are Lesbians and a whole bunch of others. So my plate got really full.
All the event ones too, yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So
that's very true.
You got a lot of experience under your belt as you were running this one.
Right, yeah. Now I feel like a bit more confident about, like, when we're looking at Apocalypse Keys, I definitely will be homebrewing stuff for that system. But fully homebrewing things, I don't think I could do it.
So I actually have a few more questions. I'm actually cutting down my questions here because I know we're hit the hour mark here.
Oh.
So I want to ask the table. Are there any storylines or NPCs you kind of wish you followed up more on? Like we have to see more of them.
That's a good question.
I will kind of kick things off here. I kind of wished we got to see more of Anastasia.
Okay.
I had the
yes.
feeling she was going to be a lot more involved in the Wilbranch overall arc and story than she ended up being. And even me, I was kind of surprised we didn't really get a chance to glimpse of them at the end, at the final mystery.
Mm-hmm.
So Anastasia is definitely a storyline or NPC that I wish we got to see more of, but again, with this table, never say never. There's always one shots in the future.
Oh yeah.
But that's one that comes to mind.
We never wrapped up the greatest mystery of all,
What's that?
Lady Gwendolyn.
Lady Gwendolyn.
That will never be solved.
No, will never be solved.
The one lingering Wilbranch
Only
mystery.
Abby will ever know.
Lady
also
Gwendolyn and
Xavier.
her significance. Oh,
Sa-
Xavier, yeah.
Xavier, my Mothman.
Yeah. I kind of wish we saw more of him.
Yeah, that's fair. I really liked making him. He was a lot of fun. Another queer guy in the system.
The DJs.
Ah, Ghost and
Oh,
Pixel.
Pixel. Yeah.
They were a blast to make, the two opposite, very very much like the Titania and Oberon vibes of why are they friends?
Does anyone have anything else?
I had one and it slipped away from me. Come back to me and I will.
It doesn't have to be an NPC.
Wow,
It could be a
wow.
storyline we kind of wish we could have followed. We kind of delved more into.
Could be.
I personally don't have one myself, but
Okay.
I was gone for a bit, so
That's fair. You missed out on some NPCs there, yeah.
I miss so much.
If I may,
Mm.
I would have loved to have spent more time in the Fae Court.
Okay, dive
Yeah,
into the
'cause
Fae.
The whole fairy ball, the fairy castle, the Sealy Castle, like.
Oh
whole
yeah, the
situation
Unseelie Castle.
was intriguing as all hell.
I am planning on having more of Fae stuff available within the within New Visions, so that is one of the
Cool.
plans I have because I do love the Fae.
I actually thought of a storyline that I wish we kind of followed up on.
What's that?
You introduced it in one of my favorite mysteries we had is when you went back in time for the 90s.
Oh
And
shit!
and we got to see that a lot of our player characters' parents
Mhm.
were a group of four, like similar to what our characters are. And I would have loved to follow up on that, like discuss that with the parents today. Like, what happened? Was there a fallout? What made them stop? I kind of wish we got to delve more into that.
I can see that. Yeah, because there really is no explanation of what happened to that group. That's fair.
Like, yeah, so like you find out that Lorelei's and Cecily's parents were friends and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
something I would have loved to follow.
I think they all kind of stayed acquaintances, but like how I kind of imagined it would be like how in high school you kind of like move away from each other. So kind of like that high school story of everyone drifting apart, but still kind of being in the same town. Like they would of course say hi to each other, and it's a small town, so they obviously know each other. But I
So there
think
was no catalyst.
I don't
like
feel
that.
I feel like there might have been that I haven't really thought about that more deep in depth, but I think in regards to them separating, I think that just kind of sort of happened. But what the catalyst was, it could easily be something that wanted them to not be together because maybe they were powerful enough to stop something.
So I want to draw a question at you, Hina, unless anybody wants to answer more of that question.
I was gonna say I remembered what I was gonna say.
There you
Say
go.
it!
Here it is.
So my three kind of Cecily's hive mind from
Oh, yeah.
Monster
Oh
Hearts,
yeah.
Annalise, Marcus, like I would have, but it also sort of makes sense because
Yeah.
that was from her like queen bee hive mind
Yeah.
and sort of thing, and we saw Cecily go from being that like A-lister focused on how many people surrounded her, not the quality of the
Right.
relationships that surrounded her. And so it made sense that they faded into the background because we didn't need an additional
Right.
trio of people. But I don't know. I still felt like
No, that would have been nice to dive back into because that your little trio, and I think they did make their appearances through your moves a little bit, but I think if I remember correctly, what was his name? Anthony? I think that was one of them.
Anthony, yeah.
He really didn't make much of an appearance very much.
No.
Yeah, the other two, Annalie
Marcus
and Marcus did, but not Anthony. I just noticed that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the nature when you have so many NPCs. Sometimes
I
Right.
do make a lot of NPCs. I'm sorry.
You know, I actually was kind of curious of the first dark one, like what brought them about. You know.
With the first arc one?
Yeah, the very first one.
Oh, you know what? That origin, I feel like I wanted it to be an old god, 100%. And old gods, especially in like Wiccan lore and stuff like that, like very powerful beings that don't need that kind of direction as new gods need, or they just rule. And so really, I didn't really think much about the ancient one or the old one, but I don't know.
That actually brings me to the question I wanted to ask you, Hina. Is like,
oh gosh,
over the course of the campaign, were there any storylines or mysteries that you had to cut, or you kind of had to swerve away from because either due to time or just pacing or just the way the story was going, that you kind of felt like, oh, I'm kind of sad I had to cut this?
I'm sure there were. I can't really remember many of them because there were so many. I mean, we were playing the game for 4 years, so I'm trying to remember any specifics. I mean, there's always going to be those things that I'm going to find notes of, especially in like old notebooks that of like probably a piece of information that I had that you all never got and going to go, oh, that would have been really cool. But then again, giving you that information, I might need to use that. So I might not give you complete information anyway.
Oh, you
Because
tease.
I know. Because I might reuse it in the new campaign.
But the campaign is over.
That's okay. I can reskin it. I have the technology.
We have the technology.
So I mean that's really a GM thing that a lot of GMs learn is like if you don't get everything that you wanted, save it. It's okay. You can revive it. It's good.
And as a fault of that, I was re-listening to our very first mystery in Monster of the Week.
Oh God.
Yeah. So it was the Dream Eater episode, or mystery, and at the end of that mystery, you kind of teased this group of people.
I did.
Speaking this group, and it seemed like this was going to be the big force we were going to fight against. How much of that do you feel paid off over the course of Wilbranch? How much of that was actually followed up on?
At first, I had plans for that group, and it really didn't come into fruition as much as I was expecting it to, and it eventually developed into the coven that you all fought.
Yeah.
So characters didn't really. I never gave them descriptors or any sort of things like that to keep it open because I didn't know what to do with them. But I knew I wanted an organization to be against you all, and so because the Foundation was going to be the big one, so I needed a foil for the Foundation. So I didn't have a name for them then. I didn't have a full motive other than to stop you back then. I didn't have anything. Lilith did not exist then yet. In that fact. So. There was a whole lot that I still was building as I was building a lot while we were playing. I didn't have all of Wilbranch written out, and I knew that if I had waited until that, we never would have played. So part of it was like making that group. I was like, what the fuck can I do with these? I've made this toy now. What do I do? Where do I send them? Who are they? What do they want to do here? And so they eventually just turned into what you all saw as the Coven, which are, of course, those individual members that you saw. You could probably equate those members to those mysterious cloaked figures, which was, of course, I forgot their names already, but the Sylvia and other characters that were working to get Lilith to come to life. So I kept that vague on purpose because I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do with these guys?
You mentioned the Foundation. That could the Foundation have been like a group that we had to fight against, or at what point did the Foundation become like, oh, these are gonna be your allies? This is gonna be like your allies.
I do remember you all were like non-trusting of the Foundation. You all were like, a Foundation
Cecily
cannot be trusted.
Cecily left at first, and she didn't trust her parents.
Yeah.
Because...
I mean, as far as the Foundation goes, there was a chance that they could have been your enemies, depending on how you all were wanting Wilbranch to move to. You all had a lot more weight than probably I gave you credit for when it came to your decision making, as well as other things. So the Foundation could have easily turned into not like a full-on bad group like the Coven was, but more like something that would have been in the way, I think.
Interesting.
Yeah, something that could still be in the way, something that believes it has good intentions, which is also why I kind of created the Enlightened to kind of be a foil within the Foundation that you all could see, because I wanted a reason for you all to have that you wouldn't trust the Foundation. The Enlightened made the most sense to create them, because they would be like all for what the Foundation did in the past versus what the Foundation wants to do now. So I feel
like that's another storyline we never really got to follow up.
The Enlightened?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
I also had a question for everyone.
Ooh!
So we've all talked about it, and we've said it numerous times now about how our characters have grown and changed. Who do you think had the best character transformation throughout the game?
Ooh, the best character development.
I don't think we can determine the best.
Development. Or not the best, or who had your favorite, I guess. So like, or one that you felt like rang true to you, something, just
you know what we could do in regards to your question. We could make this very high school like and make it like a yearbook reward system. What do you think, Andy?
Okay. Ooh, I like that.
A yearbook, what was that?
Yearbook rewards, like the
most popular,
the superlatives.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna look them up. All right.
No, I didn't even know those had a name. I'll be honest with you. Thank you for teaching me something that high school.
We've learned something new. Anyway, all right. Hey,
Hina.
Yeah.
Your educator is showing.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
So
and this wasn't meant to be like a competitive.
No, absolutely. But I think this is a great.
No, I think
this is a great way to go instead of going like favorite or best, because that's a hard question, and I understand it. I think probably in terms of if I could answer that for everyone, so they don't have to pick and choose other characters.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna pick one. Don't get your hopes up.
Okay.
I think in terms of. Oh God, I put myself in the spotlight of answering this question, and now I'm regretting it. As far, I feel like Ash/A went through a dramatic change that I didn't anticipate would happen. Because Sammy is not. I mean, Sammy tells me all the time that he's not very dramatic, but he absolutely is. He acts up on my drama. We act off each other, and it turns into these beautiful moments. And I feel like, especially with A and Elizabeth, it turned into a very dramatic found family kind of story that really touched me a lot. So I feel like that was that character development with A, unless you want to add anything, Sammy.
I think my exact words were, I'm not very good at narrative moments.
You're very good at narrative moments, and nobody will believe you. Yes, you are.
I feel like I'm
as much as it
cheesy
wasn't played
or...
off as a joke, I was a whole ass. It's probably like one of the biggest growth of A I've ever heard.
A had some really big growth. I think every character honestly had a lot of growth.
I do too.
And, as far as
I know we've all grown. Mine was gonna be Iggy, and it was also the all the way to where we jumped forward 4 years later.
Yeah.
And he had been gone and come back. And I don't know, there was like...
Iggy finding himself was a big change for him, in my opinion, as a GM.
Yeah, right.
Mainly because his whole character arc as we played was to protect others, and he always was focused on the group as a whole. And he was going to be the one, he didn't care about himself in some moments and was like, no, I need to help others. And so that shift and change into the, I need to find myself was such a dramatic change and a very good one, I think, for Iggy. It was a very good change for him.
In my head canon, like when I was thinking about the characters, like 4 years later, Iggy spent the first year by himself.
Yeah.
Right.
He really isolated himself from the rest, like all of Wilbranch by then.
Well,
it wasn't until like probably Stella tracked him down and beat the fuck out of him.
That was the thing, is that's another thing that brings that change that I thought about, is when Stella told you, and I got that dramatic moment with you where Stella was like, I need you to need me. And when that line happened, that I think that did start a shift in Iggy, because Iggy always needed others to need him, but not the other way around, where he didn't think like probably that other people needed him to need them. So needing to open up that connection, like it was a one-sided connection for Iggy, always needing them to need him and never the other way around.
Yeah, I didn't intend that when I first created the character. I just wanted to make a funny character where I can say stupid shit.
I know you did. I absolutely know. And he had probably some of the most profound character development.
I didn't realize I was putting this poor dude into a tragic ring.
Oh, he was traumatized, 100%. Lorelei probably, it was the most subtle of the character development, but that doesn't mean it wasn't a big character development. I mean, Lorelei, when she first started, if you listen back to previous episodes, Lorelei absolutely did not want to connect with anyone. The fact that there was a romance surprised the shit out of me. 100%. I did not anticipate Lore to, like, want a romance.
With the character none of us saw coming.
Yeah, absolutely. It was the character that none of us saw coming. And, of course, all of my NPCs, I always make my NPCs queer. So, like, if they want a gay relationship, I'm totally down for it. And so, like, when that relationship started and you had that thing to care for, it turned into I do what I want kind of character to I will protect everyone that I love, and they will protect me, because that, especially that relationship between Lorelei and Oberon, I saw that much more, where she allowed herself to rely on Oberon as well as Titania, especially using things like King's Trickery as well as the Queen's Wrath. So like seeing those reliances on those parental figures that she has made, even though she kind of lowered her connection with her immediate family, that doesn't mean she let go of them. It means she added more into it, I think.
Seeing Lorelei's reaction during Oberon's death.
Yes.
Was probably like one of the
Oh
most,
my
like,
god.
Oh my god, yes.
That was so rough. I felt so bad. Going to, I'm gonna save Cecily for last, I think, as far as I'm going.
To add to that, Alka?
Oh yeah, please.
God, that fucking hurt. And then came the dark one, and Lorelei, like, I will protect this thing and teach it not to be bad.
Yeah,
Like,
that was the thing. Is Lorelei had a lot more motivations by the end of it, and it was motivations I never anticipated she would have. So it was subtle, but it was still really major.
I wanted to say something in regards to Lore and her character development, and when that was super apparent to Cecily. Is Cecily has been smacked twice in this game.
Yes.
Once from Belle, and once from Lore.
Yep.
And both were well deserved. One because Cecily was being a bitch, and then the other, Cecily was
being reckless with her life.
Not taking into consideration that maybe her friends didn't want her to die protecting them.
Yeah.
And both were well deserved, but I think that was the point that Cecily was like, oh my god, Lore cares enough to slap me.
Right. It's absolutely, it was such a difference for Lorelei to show, like, it wasn't just like, what was it? Like how it was just like, I'm annoyed by you, so I'm gonna smack you. It was
Right.
I care about
like
you,
Iggy,
I'm gonna smack you.
Yeah.
It wasn't an Iggy reaction, it was I care about you. And that was a wild try. I do want to get through the rest of these, mainly because I do want to do the superlatives, because that would be fun, I think.
Yeah.
As far as it goes with Annabelle's change, especially from the Monster Hearts to the current campaign, to the finale, especially when you came back, I did not anticipate that big of a change for Annabelle, but it makes sense, especially since she basically devoted herself to that mission even more so than you were able to. So you lost it, almost like how Archer almost lost their humanity. Belle lost her humanity for a little bit in sacrifice to help with what was going on. And seeing that throughout all of that hardship and that change, and even though this, sacrificing oneself, the humanity to protect the one you care about, it never changed from my friends are the most important thing to me. And I found that to be very, very wonderful for Belle, especially since in the Monster Hearts game, Belle was very much not that kind of character.
Oh, no.
No.
She was a selfish bitch.
Absolutely. So that character, and especially since Belle was the same from there to there.
Mm-hmm.
So that shift absolutely was apparent. And then even more so apparent by the end of the campaign, even though we didn't have that section of her sacrificing her humanity for that moment. it was apparent in how she acted and how she responded to things. But there were still moments of Belle that still shine through. Once, like, she almost showed the world, I can take my humanity back. I only have to do this for a little bit because my friends grant me my humanity, in a sense.
Oh.
So I feel like that was, like, a lot of what Belle showed in her development. I don't know if you want to add anything to that, Suzy.
No, yeah. Thank you for playing her how I imagined, like, she would be played. 'Cause
Oh,
that's
of course.
exactly how I would want her. Is, you know, when we started it all, she was all for herself.
Yeah.
You know, she was flirty and kind of greedy and
Mhm.
kind of bratty, and then in here, because of how her story changed,
Mm-hmm.
it made more sense for that shift to happen. And
Yeah.
mom friend kind of personality poke through.
You
a bit
absolutely
here
did
and there.
not start as the person holding all the leashes. You grew
No.
into that.
I grew into that. And I'm like, I'm glad.
You grew
because
into the mom cleric friend.
It worked out.
It did. It
The
absolutely
growth
did.
of,
Very well.
Belle and Archer's relationship also was very fascinating to watch.
It
and I was glad
was.
to be a witness to that.
The drama that you and I created with Archer and Belle, I will always love and cherish. Mwah.
Did I
It's so.
tell you guys I like romance?
I can never would have guessed.
I have a question for that later, so stay tuned because romance is one of my questions. And then finally, Cecily. I gotta get through it because I want to make sure we get to a break.
Go for it.
Cecily, as far as Cecily goes, Cecily's, of course, was very dramatic as well. Starting off, of course, as Queen Bee. And then, of course, when we moved to the Months of the Week session, that wasn't the same Cecily. That was what we clarified. This was a completely different multiverse Cecily of sorts.
Mhm.
But there were still those moments of that kind of Cecily poking through, which is why, of course, she got smacked. Because those kind of features still came through. But they came through more as, like, I'm going to show the world I'm badass kind of thing.
Right.
But then it slowly shifted into I'm badass for my friends. And I'm going to be, and I want them to succeed. And you're almost like a cheerleader for the whole group. You're almost pushing everybody else up. Especially when we came up with your sheet of the connections magic. Being the mundane, like, it was, like, hard for me to come up with something because, you know, you were the pillar of mundane. And so I think you and I even discussed, like, how would we make that into a pillar? And in reality, people's biggest magic is their connections to other people and their ability to take matters into their own hands and to change fate. Because people are strong and they have that ability to do so. So that's how we kind of base that pillar sheet. And you played into that sheet that we created so fucking well. And really, by the end of it, even having a family just kind of showed Cecily moving completely in the I'm this way for everyone. I'm here for them. They're here for me. It was that connections times 100 in that sense, I feel like. Do you have anything you want to add to that, Andy?
No, and that's I'm happy that you said that because I had initially planned like opening the doors to the foundation and Cecily becomes more like her mom.
Yes,
But
I do remember
the whole-
that.
But the whole thing, and even when we were talking in the like end game
Mhm.
discussion, I mentioned that, and then by the end of the game, and like really like the connections and what did all of that mean, then that's when I was like, no, Cecily is actually going to be like this amazing grounded mom who's super connected, who never lost her connections to everyone. Every single person that was in the group left their mark on her, and she is better because of it. I feel
Oh
like.
yeah, 100%. That definitely showed, especially with Cecily becoming a mom. I think you did a wonderful job with that one. You all made really good characters.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, it's been about an hour and 30 minutes. We should take a break. So, should we want to take a break?
Yeah.
I mean, I
yeah,
can keep going
I
personally, but
I mean, I could get a drink. and
Let's go.
then-
You know what? Let's stand up and stretch you a little bit. Go take a little bit of a breather. So, hey, you listeners and viewers. Viewers. Sorry, listeners. You can't ask questions. This podcast is going to be done by the time you listen anyway. If you want to ask questions in the chat, you are welcome to ask questions in the chat as we'll answer them. And of course, we're going to have hopefully a little segment. We're going to talk about the next campaign, so stay tuned for that. But for now, we're going to go get a drink, go to a snack, you get whatever you need, and we'll be right back. And we have returned. Hello, if you're just joining us, we're having our table talk session about Wilbranch High Senior Year, also known as our Wilbranch Bye session. So we're talking about how Wilbranch went and a bunch of other. We're answering questions that Dad has sent for us, as well as me. We're co-hosting. I've never done podcast stuff before, so this is new for me. So wait, I shouldn't say that when I've been part of a podcast for this long. It's fine. All right,
Different
Dan.
kind of podcast. don't
Dan,
worry.
take it away from me, please. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, sure. So this question just came up in my head when I was talking about when we were talking about our favorite scenes. Do either of you have scenes that you wish kind of you got a chance to make happen?
Oh.
Moments or that you kind of wanted to happen? I'll start things off.
Yes.
I really would have loved to see like a fight between Iggy and Lorelei because the way the party was set up, these two were like our most heavy hitters. I would love to see what would happen if these two were to go one-on-one.
Oh man.
It would be it in the competition or an actual like falling out sense. I was thinking it's more like a competition kind of sense where suddenly it's a tournament and then Iggy and Lorelei face each other like, ooh, how would that work out? And how would it affect their friendship?
That's interesting.
Didn't they kind of have a competition?
Yeah, you did have races.
I mean, yes.
You did have a race one time, which was really silly. Anyone else have any scenes that they wish they could have seen? A scene that they want to see?
I really did just want to have Cecily and Lilith throw down for just a little
Oh,
bit.
that would have been interesting.
Oh man.
Especially the way I've coded Lilith to be like the BBG. Like with Lilith, I wanted to make sure that the gloves were off 100%. I wanted to make sure.
Right.
And I made
Oh my
sure
God.
that you felt it, especially Iggy, who actually lost a number off of his stat.
Yeah, that
Right.
sucks.
Right. Yeah, and so I mean, definitely, I don't know why. I just
No, it's
and
interesting.
Cecily would never be able to do anything, but obviously,
It would have been
Cecily
interesting to still see.
Always
Mhm.
wanted to hit her. You know?
Yeah. That's fair.
Mhm.
Anyone else?
Anyone else? Nope. Okay.
I will. I was gonna say. I will say just a small one
Hmm.
for me. I guess for me, because I've been gone for so long, I really wished I would have had just one more time to talk to Catherine, like outside.
Oh
of the doll.
yeah, that would have been nice
No.
because there were moments,
oh,
unfortunately,
Yeah.
that they could.
That was in one
mi-
of the doors.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit that Annabelle really had like a mother figure in Catherine
Yeah.
Mhm.
in moments that really like were gut wrenching to me.
Mhm.
So that's like my only little thing, but that's also like just me personally.
Yeah,
would've
no,
been
that's fair.
something. But she was also a doll.
That's yeah. Yeah.
Okay, did you have one? No? Okay. Oh. It's okay. If you guys come up with one, let me know and we can circle back to that one. So Hina, I have a question specific for you.
Oh no.
Were there any points earlier in the campaign, maybe in the middle of the campaign,
Mhm.
where you felt like, oh, we could probably start winding down here? Like, were there like points where you could have been like, oh, we can end here now?
Oh no, you've thrown this one at me and I knew it was coming. This was a hard campaign to end, honestly.
Really?
It really was. And like that's what surprised me the most was that I have ended a campaign before, so I wasn't afraid to end the campaign. But this one, it was hard to find a good, and that could also be, and I talked to Sammy a little bit about this, because Sammy, being my GM inspiration, even though he won't admit that he is, I talked to him a little
Shut
bit.
up.
No, I talked to him a little bit about how it might have to do with the fact that I started this campaign as a baby GM, and now I'm an adult GM, basically. I mean, like, I started again, I was 2 years into GMing when we started Wilbranch, so I was still baby. So, as far as it goes, maybe it was partly because I just didn't have the experience to know when to end it. The same thing kind of happened with our Wyvern Smart campaign when we played Dragon Age. With Dragon Age, we only really moved to an ending because the system got so broken by that level that I was like, if we continue to play, this game is unplayable. So we had to come up with an ending. So like, I might not have understood how to end a game, really. But as we were going, and even now, it's like, it was kind of the same thing. Like, we were playing our character sheets until, like, they were basically broken, to where we were all over, you all were overpowered, and you all were not failing your rolls as much, and then the experience system became a little bit of a bother, and we were playing it to its completion, probably more than Monster of the Week is intended for. And so when it got to that point, I think what happened was I was like, I need to start figuring out how to end this. And I think at that point, at the end of your last sheets, the ones before we made our homebrew sheets, when the idea to start making those homebrew sheets was when I first started going, we got to end this, and I got to figure out a way to do it. So the homebrew sheets that we made, that was like the start of me going, this is how we're going to do it. I want to make sure there's spotlights on every character. I want to make sure that we're ending stories, that we're wrapping up loose ends, because I didn't know how to do that before. And so it's really a difference in my experience, I think. Or at least I like to say. I don't really know exactly what happened, but it was really hard to end the campaign.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what? This is gonna be my last question here because I just think it'd be a fun one to like on my end here.
Uh-huh.
So this is gonna be a lightning round for our NPCs.
Oh god.
So during the finale, there were a couple of NPCs you really didn't get to see what happened
For the
to them.
epilogue.
For the epilogue. So you know, Hina can be like the focal point, but we can. I feel like we can also chime in if we have
You can.
ideas.
Mhm.
So let's talk about some NPCs and what happened after
Oh
Loco
god.
was defeated.
There are so many. Please don't do all of them.
I'm not gonna do
Okay,
all
good.
of them. just
Thank
some of the
God.
major ones.
Oh,
No. Not all of them. No.
I mean, if somebody wants to name some out, by all
Yeah, if
means,
you all are curious about an NPC in the epilogue, please tell me, and I will absolutely tell you what I'll come up
Ethan
with.
is the mayor of Wilbranch.
Ethan absolutely is the mayor, and
the
Jax
youngest
is
mayor in Wilbranch.
and
Holy
Jax and Jax is absolutely his 100% his vice mayor, 100%.
Yes.
The two are inseparable. Also, they're married.
Quick tangent.
Yes.
That was always going to be my endgame joke with Ethan.
Uh-huh.
That at the valedictorian speech, Iggy was not going to understand the limits.
Well, here's the thing. I knew that you all were anticipating either one, a very in-depth speech, or just bro. So I wanted to give both.
And it worked out in both ways.
It worked really good, yeah. It worked really good.
Okay.
It was such a great gag.
But yeah, those two are married 100% in
Nice.
yeah.
Okay. DJ Ghost and Pixel.
They're traveling around. They're very popular in Solaris, as they used to be, and they're definitely becoming like top DJs in the area. Solaris is, of course, a party central, and they are well known there.
Okay. Anastasia.
Anastasia's still with the Foundation, and she still has that kind of sisterly attitude towards Torres, so they still work together. I think that I think both of them are still deep in their research, and I feel like Anastasia is close to a breakthrough that might might benefit the Foundation in like a shift of focus, maybe.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Orion is still in Wilbranch, learning under Oberon, and working with Lorelei, kind of like working as the ruler of the Unseelie, and just kind of like using both the Seelie and Unseelie, creating that kind of balance within the forests of Wilbranch.
Okay. Okay, like maybe two more here.
I have one.
Oh, God.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll say Emily.
Emily
That's one of mine
Archer.
also.
Emily Archer is absolutely higher up in the fashion food chain. Top designer, still uses Archer for a lot of the designs and tests, and still sends probably Archer and Annabelle clothes for them to try. And then always in that box always has a note that says, "Please take pictures. I need them."
I had one bit of headcanon on there.
Yeah.
That it was also partially bankrolled by the Kincaids.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Oh,
100%.
totally, yeah.
I think so. All right. Any other characters?
Gentlemen.
The gentleman absolutely stayed in Wilbranch. Sent probably letters to Stella when she went with Iggy out of the town. Still kind of
threatening letter to Iggy.
Maybe one threatening letter. I think he eventually got the clue that this was going to be a thing that was going to last, and so he eventually like calmed down and probably started to get along with Iggy. But still very protective of his niece, 100%.
Okay. And I think the last one. Oh wait, I have two more.
Yes.
William Middleton, partner.
Oh, partner. Partner is absolutely taking on more of his role, especially now that he is not with Iggy any longer. I think that he has fully delved into his role of Lord of the Undead, but I think that he still sees Iggy from time to time, especially since he has a mundane form. So he probably still visits from time to time, especially when Iggy comes back into Wilbranch. He probably senses when Iggy comes into Wilbranch and probably goes, "Oh, it's time to go to we gotta go to the water tower and go talk and go chat."
Part of me likes to imagine like during Iggy's travels by himself, partner kept on appearing at random spots, freaking Iggy out.
Probably. That sounds like him.
Probably partner also kind of like trying to going back to Wilbranch.
Yeah, probably. He's probably like, "Your friends miss you. Don't lose your connection with your friends."
Nice. I like. Xavier the Mothman. I have to please the full name.
What was his full name?
Xavier the Mothman.
The Mothman. Xavier the Mothman. Xavier probably left Wilbranch to go look into other apocalypses because while Wilbranch is still a bit of a magnet, Xavier is probably looking into other situations and probably trying to use his powers more for good than maybe previous Mothmans did.
Oh,
so
he's totally part of New Visions.
They're saying there's a chance that Xavier could show up in New Visions.
I don't know.
Oh, he's totally New Visions. It's
Okay.
gotta be.
I'll leave as a tease. And last one I want to touch on is what happened to the more tragic members of the Covenant then, like Sylvia, and the one that Iggy killed. It's the only one I can remember.
So Sylvia is deceased. Sylvia did not make it. She sacrificed herself so that you all could get out. This is very tragic. As far as the other members of the Coven, if they weren't killed, they were released from Lilith's power. So they're all just trying to find their way. I think the only real
in this new time. So I'm talking about like in this new timeline.
Oh well, I guess that would have. Yeah, they would have survived then. Oh shit! I gotta think about that now. God damn. Sylvia absolutely got back together with her partner Lillian. And they lived a good life. I think that some of them probably don't exist because some of them were born for the sake of being Lilith's puppets of sorts. They were born within the facilities of the Coven, which I wanted it to be that kind of situation where they were just trapped within that area. And then some of them are probably just normal people in different areas. So some of them might come back in other games. Some of them might not.
Can I share one I just thought of?
Yes.
It's partially a joke and partially canon in my head. Ended up becoming a middle manager at some tech company.
No, he's a mafia boss, 100%.
Damn it!
That's what I intended for him to be. He's a mafia boss, 100% in the city.
Okay.
I got a question. In this new timeline, do we know what happened with Jason Elroy's father?
Ooh, yeah, that's another NPC I kind of want to follow up on.
I think that Jason Elroy's father still kept with the Enlightened a little bit because, I mean, the events of the Overseer still happened. They had to, because the Overseer's still there. So I think that he probably was influenced by the Enlightened in some way, shape, or form. Probably not as intensely as he was. Because, of course, Lilith's influence did not impact him. So I think he still works with the Foundation. I think he retired much earlier than he did in the campaign.
So not as conflictive as we saw.
No, absolutely not. I think he actually was able to play a father role for Jason.
Okay, that's nice. All right, I guess the last of my questions. I'll be honest, you guys all answered that perfectly.
Yay!
You guys have any questions for Iggy?
Did we pass?
Huh?
Did anyone have any questions for Iggy? They wanted to ask.
Well, I have other questions. I have 2 more questions.
Okay.
All right, so questions for all of you. This is a romance one. I told you it was coming.
Oh boy.
Boy.
So some of you are going to be, this is going to be a quick question for some of you, and some of you it's going to be probably a more in-depth question. Did you expect your character to find romance? Now, I know for A didn't find romance, or Ash didn't. So I want to ask Ash a different question. But I'll get back to him in a second.
Okay. I'll go first, because I have something I need to confess with this.
Yes!
Iggy falling in love with Stella at first sight was determined by a roll of a dice.
Really? I did not
Yes.
anticipate that. Interesting.
Yep.
Interesting.
All
So-
right.
For him rolling
Just
the
to
dice
come back-
for that.
Yeah, I did. And here's the thing, like, when I knew eventually I did want Iggy to just find someone, because I
Yeah.
want that poor boy to have something.
Mm-hmm.
And when they first introduced Stella, and the way she was introducing her, I rolled the dice for Iggy, and it came out for odds and evens, and it came out evens, and it's like, Iggy's gonna be simping hard for this girl.
Oh my god! That's great. Do you regret that dice roll at all?
No, I think it gave Iggy a great dynamic and something to play off of. So
Romance definitely
really
does help
happy
with
with
that
it.
kind of stuff.
and the fact that it was reciprocated also, I was like, oh yay.
There is obviously a chance where NPCs might say no, but I mean,
Mhm.
Stella definitely loved how goofy Iggy was, I think. What I was
Is that-
considering,
yeah.
huh?
Okay, I was just curious. I was curious what Stella saw in Iggy. So.
Well, I could definitely do that for each character, 100% with the romances. I think for Stella, when it came to Iggy and how I was thinking about her romancing, her reciprocating, part of it was just how his sense of justice as well as also his goofiness. Like she was definitely in love with the himbo that you were and wanted to help and hated how people like looked down on you a little bit with your intelligence. So absolutely
I see how
turned
she treats A. so-
it's definitely turned Mama Bear a little bit but also like that's my man. Don't talk about my man that way. Like 100%
Nice.
because of just like that's not his fault that he doesn't know things. He's learning, doofus. So that would be
Aw,
Stella.
man.
What about Cecily and Akka and Suzy? Who wants to go next? Were you expecting your character to find romance?
I'm really curious about Akka.
I can go.
Yeah.
I definitely was not expecting it with Jason.
Oh, interesting.
So-
Really? Because it seems like you're pushing that as soon as you met the guy.
And no, because they kind of had that whole like growing up together thing.
Yeah.
And so it was very sibling and almost, but not at all.
Yeah,
Like,
it was that old friendship kind of thing
Yeah,
where
right.
we've
And-
been friends since we were kids. Why would we get together?
Exactly.
Kind of thing, yeah.
Exactly.
Oh crap.
Yeah.
Unless-
Damn it, I have feelings. Oh shit.
Right. I didn't see
Us.
it going that way, but what I loved is that not the type of guy that I would have initially saw Cecily with. Like
It was a very good foil for Cecily having somebody who was like very much an expert and / nerd. I mean, he had a blog when we first invented
Uh-huh.
him.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, he had a blog about like keep Wilbranch weird kind of shit.
It's more like introduce yourself as a wizard.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You'll
But
never live
I
that
feel
down.
like when it came to Jason reciprocating feelings, Jason definitely saw a desire to come out of his shell and protect, like, which wasn't very common for him. He was absolutely going to be like recluse, like stay inside, work on his blog, and be the expert. But something in Cecily kept making him want to like get out of his comfort zone, and I think that's where that attraction came from. Is she's making me a better person, and I want to be part of her life too in that way. So I think that was the reciprocation on Jason's end, at least. I really liked their
Yeah.
relationship. It was super cute.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It was super it was perfect for her, I think.
It was
you
so
know?
good. All right, Akka or Suzy?
He will call on someone.
I can roll a dice. I'm good at that. I'm gonna roll a dice.
Well,
I can talk, but my my headphones are acting up, so it was cutting out while you guys were talking. I was like, oh no.
I'm picking someone. Suzy,
Okay,
did you expect your
Sorry.
character to find romance?
I'll be 100% with you guys. No,
No.
because
Wait, the person who looks for romance?
exactly. I know, right?
Tell me more.
I honestly thought that with what was happening with Archer,
Yes.
that Annabelle was gonna just tell Archer to do what felt right and not think about her, and do what they need to do,
Oh,
and put their relationship to the
that's
side.
interesting.
Yeah, but I also just a sucker for
Well,
romance. So.
there was that moment where they were
Mhm.
going to split up. I do remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, because I
Ah.
was like, okay, maybe this is gonna be the natural flow of things. They're gonna break up. It's gonna be really hard on both of them, and there's gonna be a lot of turmoil. That's gonna be like the teenage drama that needs
didn't
to
last
be in
long.
there. No, of course not, because I love love, and it was. It's
Well,
just,
and I think also with that Archer, the way I wrote them,
mhm.
I just couldn't let them let that go. Which is why Archer had that whole scene of like following after you and just being like, I know what you said, but I can't.
Yeah. So
Here, counterpoint, no.
Counterpoint.
yeah, especially because how it started was she still remembered everything from the past.
Right, and
So
she
did
was in a
he.
relationship with Ash.
Yeah, so
Right.
and then that's why she had those moments like in their relationship where she was like hot and cold. I don't know. I'm flirty with everybody, but she was changing as well. So
Mhm.
it was
Hmm.
in my head. I did not expect her to be in a healthy relationship in the end. I thought maybe
That's
there would
fair.
be a solid foundation of friendship.
Yeah,
And
that's
she would
fair.
accept that.
It
you
would have
know?
turned into something like how Ash and Elizabeth were.
Exactly.
I see what that. I can see that. I think in regards to the reciprocation for Archer, I feel like Archer's attraction to Annabelle, and this might come as a surprise. It was in the first season. It was when we were playing Monster Heart.
Really?
I wanted because
Ah.
one thing Monster Hearts 2 is made for is drama, and I feel like Archer was jealous of the relationship that, you know, Ash and Annabelle had, almost to the
Whoa.
sense of like I could be so much more for her. And then he became the overseer.
Oh boy, did he! Boy, did
Oh,
he!
boy.
Yeah.
And then they became the overseer.
And then she went.
Wow.
It was nothing
That's
against
great.
it was nothing against Ash. It was just like the desire, and probably later on Archer was like, especially when the breakup almost happened, I think Archer was like absolutely like, yeah, no, that was me just being a stupid ass teenager, like this is obviously not the way people should act, this is kind of toxic. But I think that was also like once the breakup happened, the understanding that that desire for Annabelle was no longer just oh my god, she's hot. It was oh no, I actually do really like her. Fuck.
Oh my god, she looks so hot and like she looks so like attractive. Oh, she's really fucking weird.
I
my
like
God, I
her.
like that.
God
I
damn
agree
it.
more.
No!
Clocks and dolls. Oh god.
Well, I'm into somebody that likes clocks and dolls.
Oh right, I forgot about animals fangirling over the.
Yeah.
Oh, the clocks, yeah.
And Archer absolutely, especially towards the end, that's what I wanted to showcase. That's why Archer was like, you want to get hitched. Because I
She
think
makes my heart go tick-tock.
with Archer, Archer loved Annabelle at her most Annabelle, if that makes sense. Like, the most Annabelle she would
Aw.
act, that's where Archer fell in love. Like, the more Annabelle acted, and the less, like, the divine or the protector of the overseer, the more into her humanity she was into, the more they wanted that, and they wanted that, and they were attracted to that.
Oh, that's
I-
too sweet. Get away from me, everyone.
No.
Ow.
My teeth hurt.
How dare you?
All right, Akka, you're up. Were you
Uh-oh.
expecting romance?
Especially with Abby.
With Abby, no.
With who?
Honestly, nobody at first.
Okay. But
But you know, like I said, it's like it was like Iggy is like, man, I would have totally romanced Orion. Sorry, I'm for the boy.
Orion, interesting. I mean, that would make sense, 100%. So,
I was literally simping for him. But yeah, with Abby, it was more like I didn't think about it. I was like, oh, she's a precious little cinnamon roll.
yeah, I remember. You never were like, I'm going to pursue that. It was always like, oh, the precious cinnamon roll has arrived.
I'm just curious. Then when did it switch for Lorelei to see Abby like the same way that Abby saw her? You think?
When everybody was freaking drilling into her about it, because she had mentions like, I'm not really interested in anybody. I don't think anyone would date me. Yada yada yada.
Yep.
And then listening to Hina's like way she was making Abby react, I was like,
Ding.
like I caught it before my character caught it.
I think
Well, yeah.
I think in regards to Abby I originally had as a romance idea. It never really panned out, but she was a romance idea for Archer.
I remember that.
Yes, it never
Yeah.
panned out. Because they became the childhood friends. That Cecily talked about with Jason. They became the childhood friends. So, I mean, Abby, as I showed her, she even knew Archer pre-transition and knew of dead names. Abby grew up in Wilbranch, so she knew everybody that moved in. So she was always the person, not like Cecily, who is known by everybody, but the one in the background that knows everyone. And listens to everything, and is that one person that like, I'll be your friend if you come talk to me, but if you just leave me to my devices, I will hide in under the bleachers, and I will not come out until you ask me to. And she's absolutely that timid, shy. Here's the weird shit about it. Abby, without the horse girl part, the only reason she's horse girl is because of what happened in Monster Hearts. We wrote her as that.
Yeah.
Abby is me in high school.
Oh.
Abby is absolutely my introvert. Probably times like 100, of course, but definitely that introverted, like, nobody perceive me, oh god. And also the, like, if you want to be friends, I can be pretty nice, I promise, but also, like, I totally understand if you don't want to be friends.
Don't ask me for my chips.
Don't. But as far as it goes, that's an inside joke. Don't do that. As far as it goes with Abby, with her reciprocation of feelings towards Lorelei, Abby wanted desperately to be like Lorelei, and it shows in a lot of, like, as it continued on. But then Abby's growth was that, especially with Lorelei liking her the way she was, she found that she had to do it her own way and become her own self. And so she stopped trying to be the brave, strong Lorelei and instead became the supportive and caring, but also kind of brave Abby. So I think that was part of Abby's attraction, was that, again, she made Lorelei made her want to be a little bit stronger. But then she found out, I want to be stronger for her so I can stand by her side.
My heart.
So that's it for my romance question. And the last question I have before I get into my fun little segment I came up with, how are y'all feeling with the finale? I want final thoughts. How did you feel about the finale? Did it check all the boxes in your mind? Do you feel like it really was good closure? Tell me your thoughts. Give me that feedback.
I'm so happy that we did the 4-year time jump.
I'm so glad.
that definitely gave us time to have some creative liberties with how they grew.
Yeah.
And how we could really reflect that. And I think it was very much like the Friends reunion episode. It definitely felt like that, and I hope that we do have like one shot.
Oh, I think knowing that it's like 2024 in the character's year now, which was also making fun of the fact that this game took 4 years. I was making fun of myself. I think that definitely opens up like possibilities for one shots, 100%. If we use a system, maybe. If we use a different system, I don't know. But at least for the fact of these characters in this universe can still exist. And now that there's so much time, that means so much else could have changed in Wilbranch that I'm not going to share with y'all. So, anyone else have any answers you want to give?
I definitely do love where Iggy ended up in the finale, and especially in the epilogue. Maybe this is my addiction to tragedy, but I was gonna have him have a little bit more of a rough life. But
You did want that. I remember.
But the moment you like quickly added Stella in the car with him, like, oh, you know what? This boy deserves happiness now. So I whirled with that, and it made me feel all the more like happy for the character that I created, and I think I finally gave. I'm just happy I finally got to give that guy a happy ending. So
So you feel like Iggy got closure for sure.
Iggy definitely got closer and was able to
That's great.
go past his past traumas.
That's great. Also, hold on, I'm so sorry. You gave me the best compliment, if I remember correctly, because you said I'm become the Matt Mercer effect for you, and that threw me off completely.
Yes.
I need to
That's
point.
true.
I need to point that out because that was when we all went when the mics went dead and we were on the and you said that line and I almost fucking died.
No, if I ever were to play a game that's you aren't me, I will be comparing them to you. So.
So well, I'm glad that Iggy got his closure. I just wanted to make sure I said that out loud. Like, holy shit, you threw me off. All right, I'm so sorry. Sammy, go ahead.
Oh, I think I was just gonna say that the only thing I kind of wish was that we got a real sense of our like collective efforts to get these like forces behind us to help as far as like Wilbranch goes. And I feel like I don't know if I got a sense of, all these like people coming together, the Fae, Hell, everybody coming basically to blows in Wilbranch.
Yeah, that's fair.
You wanted the Avengers Endgame scene.
I wanted to at least know in the background that this was happening. And that was my only thing. But other than that, I think the finale was fantastic.
I think as far as it went, it was mainly a time constraint and making sure that we made the finale, and I wanted to make sure we got to the 4-year jump. So I get that though. That was the one. I do regret that did get that. There you go. That's the answer for that one question you asked me earlier. Yeah, that's the one thing I regret was that we couldn't do that part, that kind of scene.
Gotcha.
Anyone else have a thing they wanted to share about the finale? If it checked the boxes, if you feel like it was good closure.
I'll say with the Lilith fight, I felt like it was. I know it's because probably time constraint you had to do this, but I felt like it was like a little rushed. Like it felt a little too easy. Like I was like, because you were just like building up to this point where it was going to be hard. There was a possibility we could die to Lilith, and then it was like, oh. Got thrown into a doll. Let's go.
The biggest issue I think I've had with Monster of the Week is that combat is definitely different, and it's harder when it's a narrative based versus D&D. And I think it's very natural to compare it to combat from other games like D&D, but it's such a different beast. And though I do agree with you that I wish I could have used more, there was time constraints on that. But the part of it also was her moves are not like as significantly as, I mean, like if her scythe had hit you all, if you all weren't rolling well, that scythe had huge complications that would have added. I mean, like there was, I think one attack I had did 4 harm. So like she could have killed all of you. Like she could one shot 100% to unstable. I made her as hard as I could. But you all also rolled really well.
Can I offer an interpretation of that?
Yeah.
I like to think that after everything this group went through, they finally learned how to fight safe and not go headfirst into danger.
That's true.
They weren't like putting themselves like in open spots of like being able to. Because if they, I think they realized like if they got hit, it was bad news. So they did everything they can to play.
That is true.
To avoid being in direct danger while still trying to find.
You all took a lot of precautionary moves versus the let's kick some ass immediately. And also, I think also your goal also shifted that kind of battle a little bit because your goal wasn't to completely destroy Lilith, but was to save Lilith by the end of it. So I think that did affect the battle as well. Again, narrative-based battles do change a lot versus like things like with more crunchy mechanics. So it's definitely complicated. Am I going to miss the battle system in Monster Week? Probably not. I think Apocalypse Keys will have a little bit more of that good drama as well as that crunchy vibe of combat. Because it's strong monsters versus strong. You don't have a harm tracker in there. Instead, you have conditions. And I think that will play a lot differently in the upcoming campaign. But I appreciate that. That helps me a lot. But do you also feel like the finale was like check the boxes for Lorelei? Do you feel like other than that? Huh? Huh?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm glad at least that the finale felt like it checked most of the boxes. Finales are hard, especially for new GMs and GMs that have never done a finale before. So I want to also take this moment to also tell any new GMs that are like, oh god, the finale is terrifying and I don't know what to do. It's okay. Do what you can and just trust your friends to also help you through it, and you'll get through it. It'll be okay. And if it's not quite good, don't worry, you'll have many more games. So that means that the next finale will be even better. Use what you learned from that finale and what you regret or missed from that one finale, and make sure it's in your new one. So there you go. That's my feedback.
I will add though, to be honest, if the offer to not put in the forest was not there, like her going back to the forest to train and take over, she 100% would have left Wilbranch and never come back.
Oh.
That's fair. That's absolutely fair. And I think Abby would have gone with you 100%. I think that would have been a road trip. That would be a road trip completely.
Adventure.
So with that, I'm gonna change the music. Hold on. So that so the podcast gets some fun stuff. Hey guys, are you all ready for a fun little segment that we called Wilbranch Yearbook?
Okay.
Let's go.
Sure. Didn't see this coming.
No, you didn't. We're talking about yearbook superlatives. Haha. Oh, there's an ad break. That's okay. During the ad break, I'm going to talk about what we're going to do. I'm going to give you some yearbook superlatives that I found online, and you are going to tell me which character or NPC. You all can give your own if you want to, or if you don't want to give one yet, that's totally fine. We're going to do lightning rounds of sorts. Don't describe it. Don't explain it. Just tell me who you would vote for. So right now, the yearbook committee is going around and is getting your votes for who has what. Okay? So you're not writing down why. You're just writing down who. Does that make sense? Everybody a game?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Are we ready for the lightning round? All right.
Yes.
Here we go.
Let's do it.
Ooh.
Best hair.
Cecily.
Actually, yeah, I agree with that.
Y'all better
Yeah,
not.
you know, I agree with that. Yep, absolutely.
Honestly.
Ooh, I wasn't gonna say Cecily. I was
Ah!
gonna say Yasmin.
Ooh!
Oh, we're bringing it back to a deep
Oh,
cut.
wow,
Okay.
that's cool.
Drama. All right. Next one. Best dressed.
Cecily.
There. All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
Best smile.
Abby.
Oh,
Abby.
that's cute. I don't know.
Jax.
Ooh, I love the change up. All right. All right. Anybody else have one for best smile? All right. Oh, you have one, Cecily?
No, I was gonna say I like the Jax one.
Jax. Yeah, I can agree with that. All right. I kind of know what this is gonna go. Most gullible.
Iggy.
Iggy.
Abby.
Abby! Oh my god!
Yeah, that's also
Ooh, that's a
valid.
good tie.
That's a good
yeah.
one. Oh shit.
That's her best friend. I've seen it, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh
totally
my
valid.
Both
yeah.
are good. Both are very good answers.
That is very good answer. All right, you ready? Here we go.
Yes.
Artist.
Archer.
Archer? Yeah, I was gonna say.
Ooh, Archer. Okay.
I
Okay.
remember
Okay.
that guitar boy.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too.
Okay. Most likely to be an actor or actress.
Ooh.
Ash.
Ooh, Ash.
Ash or A?
That's the question.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say
Really?
Lord.
They're interchangeable when
like
it
that.
comes to that personality.
Hmm.
All right, fair.
I'm gonna say Lorelei in action movies.
Ooh. Okay.
Alright, we need
I
the
will
werewolf in.
I will also say Lorelei just because of the quickness of some of her answers, like the O'Brien thing, and also
yeah.
because of the way she portrayed herself during the fairy court or the Fae.
That's
session.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Lorelei can come up with the best one-liners for movies.
Yes.
That's pretty
And
good.
she's a wizard.
All right. Next one. Life of the party.
Jax.
Oh,
Ethan.
Jax. Yeah.
Ethan.
Ooh, Jax or
Okay.
Ethan.
Interesting.
Bro.
Ghost, Ghost and
Oh
Pencil.
no, wait, or Oberon.
Huh?
That's a good one.
Or Oberon.
Oh,
Oberon.
Oberon.
I mean, happy party. Come on.
Happy
you
party
know?
indeed.
Happy party.
Happy party indeed. All right. Most likely to be president.
Ethan.
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 He's already there.
He's already there.
Higher.
He's already-
So it'll be the first independent with the bro party.
All right.
The only third party to ever make it.
Most likely to be late to graduation.
Who was the guy that sold
God.
drugs?
Wetzel?
Wendell or
Wendell. No, it's Wendell. It's Wendell and his pencils.
Yeah.
It was Wendell. Oh my god.
Wendell's
That
pencils.
was a throwback.
That's a throwback.
Yeah,
Oh
no
my
kidding.
God.
I'm sorry, I could not bring back the NPC that sold drugs.
No, that's fine. I remember when we had that roster.
Yeah,
with
yeah, yeah.
everybody, too.
Yeah.
And you all made that's the thing is some people are like, you made that NPC? I did not.
No, I didn't.
One of the ways that it works is everybody has to make NPCs. I made none of those NPCs. I only refined them for this game. Oh my god. All right, ready? Most likely to trip at graduation.
Iggy.
Iggy.
Hey, the dude was pantsless. Come on, give him a break.
Yeah. That's what made it hilarious.
Oh my god. All right.
Sammy and his boxers.
Hey, he's
All
lucky
right.
he remembered to wear them.
That's true. Most likely to be your boss.
Lorelei.
Ooh. Oh my god.
Abuela.
A boy. Ooh.
Well, yeah.
Damn.
She is somebody's boss.
She
She's
is.
everybody's boss.
Anyone else? Okay. Most change since freshman year.
Cecily?
Ooh.
Cecily.
I mean,
Okay.
going from the queen bee to what she became at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
In terms of high school, that's probably the biggest change.
That is pretty
Yeah.
big, yeah. All right. Most likely to win a Nobel Prize.
Iggy.
Lorelei.
Can you imagine? I was gonna say Jax.
Yeah, no, Jax is pretty smart. That's true.
Yeah.
All right. Most outspoken.
Ethan.
I knew it.
Lorelei.
I fucking knew it. As soon as I said it, I fucking knew it. It would be an Ethan question. Fucking knew it. Ah,
Because it's obvious doesn't mean it's not funny.
it is so funny. Yeah, you're right. All right. Best voice. I gotta go Cecily on this one because Cecily did sing quite a few times.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. Oh, yo.
I'm happy it's Cecily and not me because
Oh, no.
poor girl.
Hey, are you saying Eddie would have won?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck
Alright.
out of here.
Yeah.
Best promposal.
Iggy?
Iggy.
Iggy did have a really
Little
good
one.
one.
It's
Like
the only
ketchup
one that we
thing?
showed on the.
Yeah.
Iggy did have a really good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't it like the ketchup on the tray or something?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was ketchup on the tray, and some of it was out of order. Prom go
Yes.
me with?
Me win? Yeah.
Uh,
He can't be good.
let me look for another good one. The biggest flirt.
It's a tie between Cecily and Belle.
I was gonna say my
shit, I was
Annabelle.
gonna say the same thing.
All
Belle and
towards
Cecily
Belle.
for sure. One of those two.
Yeah, one of those two.
right. Cutest couple that never was.
Torres and Abuela.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that is my headcanon.
Yes.
I've said some kind of chemistry between those two or is three.
Oh, there's absolutely a chemistry between those two. Unspoken.
That's a-
I would say Ash and Cecily.
Ooh, interesting.
Really?
That's an
Mhm.
interesting.
I almost said that is a relationship that I think that I could have seen going there.
Oh
if we
my
were talking
God.
about
You know what?
okay.
Same. I will agree
with
with
how
that. I
with
could
how
have seen
you
that.
two were so like easy to connect with and understand each other. I was
Mhm.
there were times where I was like, I wonder.
Just want to make a voodoo
interesting.
doll of both of them and just get them together, you know?
That is very interesting. Okay. I know what this one's gonna be. Best romance.
Jackson Ethan.
Jackson
Ethan.
Ethan.
Yeah, Jackson Ethan all
I
the
knew
way.
it. I knew it. I knew it. Hold on. I need more. I'm looking for more. Okay. Cutest couple.
Jason and Cecily.
Aww.
Lorelei and Abby.
Aww.
I said Laura and Abby too, and I was muted, but thank you. I appreciate it.
Aww.
I wanted to go Belle and Archer.
I didn't want
Oh.
anybody to say that.
Well, too late.
I was like, don't you
Hentai
dare.
collection.
And going back to what Dan said, the guitar scene,
Oh yeah.
because that's when I knew that they were meant for each other.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Friendliest.
Friendliest.
Abby.
Out of
Uh,
us,
out of everybody, NBC or PC.
Oberon.
Abby,
Oberon.
for sure.
Or okay.
Abby,
Yeah,
you picked. Did you pick Oberon?
Oberon. Yeah, Oberon.
I mean,
I can see Oberon.
was
Yeah.
super easy to get along.
I
with.
could see Oberon,
Yes.
100%. Best eyes.
Iggy. From his character design. I mean,
Oh.
There you go.
I saw that blonde IRL.
The giant spider creature.
Please stop.
Oh God.
It had 8 of them.
Did I already say most likely to succeed? I don't think I did that one
No,
yet.
I don't think you
Okay.
did.
Most likely to succeed.
Not Lilith.
Cecily.
Yay!
Ah, Lilith.
Not
I know.
Lilith. Reese's Pieces, Lilith. Class clown.
Iggy.
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 You're doing a lot in
Unanimous.
this yearbook.
Good. We need to remember him.
Most athletic.
Ooh, I feel like it's a tie.
I feel like it's
Oh
Jax.
man,
Ooh,
Jax for
interesting.
sure.
I
Okay.
feel like it's tied between Iggy and Ethan.
Okay.
Because Ethan was
You-
pretty ripped, if I remember correctly.
He is.
I mean, eight
He is a
bottoms, so
quarterback.
yeah.
Yeah, A fought him, and he wielded an axe.
He did wheel an axe. He's strong boy.
They're gonna bring it in that competition, Lorelei.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I,
yeah,
I was
Lorelei
I'm
too.
expecting Lorelei in this competition.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Loudest.
Oberon.
Oberon.
Yeah.
Oh no! Actually,
Uh,
can I
oh.
change my answer?
You absolutely can.
Amy.
Oh, Amy
Oh,
finally gets
yeah.
one.
Amy was pretty loud.
Amy
Yeah.
was pretty loud.
Because Amy was pretty damn boisterous.
In her short time since she was introduced, yeah, she became one of the loudest NPCs.
Yeah.
On opposite side, quietest.
Abby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or
Lore. Ooh.
That's why they're together.
uh, most school spirit.
None of us.
Jax.
So
Jax,
I would say, yeah. Who
Probably
went to our
Jax.
school? Everybody else besides us.
Not us.
Not us.
All right. Okay. So it would be Jax. Jax would win that one. Okay.
Mrs. Lewis.
Well, that would be, of course, the best teacher award, which would be Miss Lewis.
oh, easily.
Yeah.
Who are our other teachers?
didn't
You
really
don't need to
have-
remember those.
We had a vice principal. What was her name?
Oh,
Yeah.
you had a vice principal and a janitor I made, but you don't need to remember. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
we
because
never-
Iggy took classes with the janitor.
Yes, he did.
Okay. Most ambitious.
Technically, I guess Ethan. If he
Okay.
became mayor.
Yeah, that's true.
And he was valedictorian.
He was valedictorian.
Yeah.
You generally have to do a lot for to get to that
Yeah,
level.
to be able to do that, yeah.
So
That's true.
yeah.
The dude went through Harvard.
Jesus.
Graduate top of the
He
class
got
at
the
that school.
bro.
Yeah. Ace the
Uh,
Mensa test.
Oh God.
All right. Next one. Most likely to cheer you up.
Oberon.
Abby.
Ooh, there's so many different
Abby would
ones.
totally put the most effort in cheering.
Abby and Oberon. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyone else have a different answer?
Pup.
Oh,
Yes.
Pup finally gets one. Pup absolutely be like, "Why are you sad? Hold on." Run off. Come back. I got chocolate. Don't ask where I got it.
Emotional Support pup.
We stand pup.
Don't mind the dirt. I had to bury it so no one would find it. Anyway.
So we said Trixie.
You have to unwrap
Trixie,
it
there you
before
go.
buried it?
Don't ask questions. Anyway. Let's see. Teacher's pet. Teacher's pet. I want to be teacher's pet.
I'm gonna say Belle.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I
That's-
kind
Yeah,
of was.
yeah.
For God's sake, she had a doll of her.
Oh my god.
That's
I
true.
didn't think about that.
That's
I
true.
did. Yeah, she still has it as like one of her moves.
Oh, that's so good.
That's true. All right. Best laugh.
Cecily.
Oh. Okay. Anyone else have
Oberon.
anything? Oberon.
Yeah, Oberon. Yeah.
he did laugh like that a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's see. Best accent.
The soot sprites.
The star sprites, you mean?
The star
Give me
sprites,
the
I mean,
star
yeah.
sprites.
I
You
keep
know what?
picturing
To
it
be
with soot
specific,
sprites.
I'll give it to
That's
Boss.
because that was their
Boss sprites
inspiration.
for sure, yes.
What was
Boss
it?
Sprite had the best accent. Boss Sprite.
Yeah.
Had the best accents.
Okay,
I
now.
wanna say Torres.
Ooh, you liked my accent for
Ooh, Torres did
Taurus?
have a good accent.
Damn.
I might have gotten a little flustered when you pulled him out, and I went, "Oh
Oh.
God, he's hot, but he's an adult."
Hang-
so let's
hang on.
not.
Let's check off another Zaddy on the list for Annabelle.
Zaddy.
Oh.
No, I think you mean also Cecily.
And, oh, and Cecily, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
yes. Any guy can make a girl a sword that matches her outfit. Absolutely.
Yeah, Zaddy.
On the list.
To be
100%.
fair, I also have a thing for Cecily's mom, so like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Who
You don't
didn't?
discriminate. Yeah, he
You
did not.
didn't get it.
Lorelei, because she thought it was gross.
All right. We'll have two more. All right.
Okay.
Biggest prankster.
A.
DJs.
for sure.
Yeah,
With that damn
I
bag.
can't deny that.
That damn bag.
Yeah. Oh, you mean this thing? Yeah.
Oh, here's your dog drying washcloth from the dog grooming facility in hell.
Man, I wish we had like an endless battery that could
Hey,
do
it
blah
is-
blah blah blah. Oh, you mean like this?
Aiden's drinking
Smell like
problem.
wet dog and sin. Take it back.
Oh my god.
Dude, does anybody remember the flashbang at the beginning of the?
I do. That was such a good scene where you
That
tried to throw it and it
fucking
fell in the
flashbang.
car. Yeah.
Yeah, fun times.
That one was really good. All right. Last one. I gotta come up with one on this one.
Well, before you do, can I just say something real quick?
Yes.
Before you come up with that one. I want to give a huge shout out to one of our biggest fans and supporters when Wilbranch first started, and I want to give a shout out to I'm gonna steal by their username. Andy Paradox became one of our biggest supporters on social
Oh
media.
yes, absolutely.
And I want to give that person a huge shout out, especially they've been going through a rough time. And I just want to say, we love you, Andy, and thank you so much for your support and for your love.
We love you.
Yeah, thank you so much,
we
Andy.
love you.
I think it would be the all-around Wilbranch Spirit Award.
Cecily. I mean, for God's sake, she made a connection with the spirit of Wilbranch.
That's true.
Oh, thanks.
If that doesn't define the spirit of Wilbranch, I don't know what does.
Does anyone else have a different answer?
No, I agree with Cecily.
Oh my god, that's Cecily's golden umbrella moment. Like, they
Oh.
love me.
Well,
Aww. All right. Well, that was my lovely little. I hope you enjoyed my little game of yearbook time. So I'm gonna go back to the regular music. As we're kind of winding down a little bit, I just want to say once more, and I said this, of course, during the finale. You all have been the longest table I've been with, and I really do really appreciate everything you all have done for me, just being part of this table and watching me grow. You all have seen me at my newest, and I'm sure my character development has been quite substantial because I've learned a lot. But I can't imagine a better table to have played this game with. And I wanted to take this opportunity to give you all the biggest kudos at the end of the game. Because I know that normally during our games we gave favorite parts and kudos. And I wanted to give the kudos to you all. Because, I mean, without you all, this wouldn't exist. I can't run a game by myself. I mean, there are solo tabletops, but this wouldn't have been fun. So playing with you all has been phenomenal. And the amounts of dramatic moments you all granted me, you all made this just as fun for me as I hope I made it as for you. And I'm so excited for where this table will go. This table absolutely is not breaking up, even though Suzy unfortunately will be leaving Wilbranch. That doesn't mean that she will be gone from this table. She will be coming back for one-shots as well as maybe some signs of, like, you know, apocalypse keys, but we won't talk about that yet because that's still in the planning phases.
She's also still in Wyvern's Mark.
And she's still in Wyvern's Mark. So if you are listening to this and you are looking for a fantasy show to watch, we do have a D&D campaign where Suzy is a part of. You're more than welcome to join us. And then, of course, Suzy is over on her own channel doing her own thing. She's working real hard. So follow Suzy on Twitch and stuff. Like, my God. Why aren't you already?
Where can you find her?
Why are you plugging me?
Twitch.tv/Suzy. She's a cool VTuber who's here for a good time, not a long time.
Oh God, that quote.
So, with that, I think we're gonna spend the last 20 minutes or so talking a little bit, and of course, if you would like to stay, Suzy, and chat with it, that's totally fine. It didn't shout out. Oh no, what happened? Oh no, it's doing the wrong thing. Oopsie. It's okay.
Doing the wrong person.
Don't worry. I got it. Hold on, I got it. No, it still says you, silly. No! What do you mean it doesn't exist?
Supporting you.
Yeah, it definitely didn't.
Hold
I love
on.
you guys because that's just my. It's just Shy Suzy always.
I know. There it is. I get it.
Is it? Oh,
I did it. It's
I thought
okay.
It was underscore.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. There it is. I was so worried. I broke my damn shout out. Shit. All right. Enough of that. I got a surprise to show you all. I have a surprise to show you all. Hey, you all
Surprises.
You all love intros, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to see a new one?
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, so babies, enjoy this intro that I've made just for you. I'm going to mute myself so that we can just enjoy this beautiful music. That's going to be our new theme. All right. And I'm rolling.
Take it too far, now I dwell in the sand like
Did you all like that? Was it good?
Let's fucking go.
The hype.
Loved it.
Oh my god. I'm so excited.
So
Let's go.
I'm so excited that you all like it. So yeah, New Visions University. That's the new title of our AP that will be starting in April. It's April. My god. I'm so excited. Thank you. I'm so glad you like the logo, Snowy. I made it myself. Anyway. We were going to start in about 2 weeks, but because there's going to be a break right after, we're actually going to be starting in April, which means that I get to kind of tease you all in the upcoming weeks. So if you'd like to see some teasers as well as some art come forth, follow me over on Blue Sky or join my Discord. That's where you'll be able to find it. I'm at Hina Squirrel on Twitter if you want me on Twitter, but I won't be posting much there. I only really post going live notifications now on Twitter. But on Blue Sky, that's where you'll see pictures and artwork and overlay stuff and videos and more. So if you want to see more of that, that's where you're going to want to go. My Discord link isn't working. That's my bad. Oopsie. I'll fix that later. So if you'd like to join that, feel free to do so. I believe the link to my Discord is also in my link tree, so you're welcome to click on that. That should be linked in my bio somewhere. Oh, thank you, Snowy, for giving me a link. That's so nice of you to pin that. But yeah, I'm so excited for the new game. We're gonna be playing Apocalypse Keys. What?
Speaking of which,
What?
I'm very sad that we're losing Suzy,
Yes.
but I would like to welcome Snowy.
Snowy's coming in. It's exciting.
You were there for Cecily's final mystery. Yeah, you'll remember Snowy.
Yeah, Snowy was part of that
Yep.
final mystery. Yep. So Snowy's going to be joining, and Suzy will be back as a guest player from time to time, maybe even a guest
who
villain.
knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? Maybe I seem like a good guy to you guys, but really I'm just gonna be an asshole.
yay.
Yippee!
Oh my god, guys, contain your
I think he was
excitement.
strong with that one.
I love that so much. It was so good.
That was so funny.
That's really all I really have for New Visions. But again, you'll be able to see more things over on my Blue Sky. And to all of our podcast listeners, we appreciate you 100%. You've made this podcast super popular, which still throws me completely the fuck off. But I appreciate you all very, very much for how many listens, and I hope that if you loved Wilbranch, that you will love what we come up with Apocalypse Keys. My experience will definitely flourish more with this new campaign. And again, if you wish to see more of our lovely campaigns, follow me over on at GM Hina on Twitch. And you can see, of course, our D&D campaign as well as other campaigns that I'm hoping to do, except for including some one-shots and some other things. So feel free to come join us over there for more tabletop goodness. I think that's it. So I want to go through and give a round of outros once more. Give you a chance to plug your stuff, talk about your last feelings for the game. And just give your kudos or your favorite. Give a kudos, if you will, with your ending.
I want to add one thing to that.
Yes.
If you can, I would love you to say, like, what the last words you want to say to your character as you say goodbye to them.
Oh, that would be so touching. I will go last. I will go last. Okay. So, let's start in my I get to say my ex of friends once more. And starting with the top of, actually, let's start from the bottom. We're working our way up. Let's go. Because Dan's always
Started
first.
from the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah, Dan's always first. We're gonna start with Sammy.
With me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, for Wilbranch, I was Sammy. I guess I am Sammy.
You're still Sammy.
I'm still Sammy. I was A/Ash. You can find me as Sammy Bear on Twitch. You can find me as Arcane Venom on Hit Record, where I do a lot of my writing, a lot of like short stories and vignettes and silly kid poetry and all sorts of stuff there. And you might see me dabbling with a little bit of voice acting there too. Also, as I'm learning music, I put up stuff there. So once in a blue moon, you might see that. So you want to check out that stuff, go to hitrecord.org/users/arcane venom, all one word. And I guess my parting word to Ash is to treat everybody well, keep doing what you do, and to go to hell.
He lives there. Of course he's gonna go
Oh,
back.
exactly.
All
He's
right.
like, Dilly, go home.
Continuing
Your dad
around
misses you.
continuing around my ex of friends. Next we have Suzy.
Oh my goodness, I'm always feeling awkward when I do this. Hi guys. My name is Shy Suzy, or Suzy. I go by Shy Suzy or Shy_Suzy on my social medias. And as they had said earlier, I do stream here on Twitch as a Hellhound VTuber. I'm gonna get back to it soon. I just gotta work some things out, but I played Annabelle, and what I would say to Annabelle is, calm down, bitch. It's gonna be okay. I know it's really stressful. You are dealing with a lot, but just like me, who's also dealing with the same thing, we're gonna be okay.
That's fair. That's fair and valid. Continue on my ex of friends. Next we have Andy.
Hi, I'm Andy. I don't really Twitch stream, but you can follow me there, and maybe I will one day when my life is back to normal. But you can find me on Instagram and sure Twitter, but don't bother. I'm probably not ever gonna post there. So, but Instagram definitely I post some art, and I'm trying to get better about that. And it's AndyG8100. And yeah, maybe follow my Twitch. Maybe I will Twitch stream games occasionally. Who knows? But that being said, Cecily, what do you say to Cecily Kincaid? And so I think that I'm gonna say, Cecily, it's about time you, of all people, realized that even though you were surrounded by people, you were alone.
Oh.
And it's quality, not quantity.
Can I say something to Cecily?
Yeah.
Farewell, foxy, feisty, fashionista.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Aw. The alliteration. You got me.
I had to.
By alliteration.
Goodbye, alliteration. Continuing around my ex of friends. Next we have Akiyue.
Rain. Hi, I'm Akiyue. You can find me over at twitch.tv/Akiyue whenever I decide to stream, but for now you can just find me over at Twitter, because I refuse to call it by his new name, over at twitter.com/Akiyue, where I just post random shit when I feel like it. As for Lorelei, show one up over on every now and then, impress Titania, and cut Abby some slack when she makes mistakes.
Aww.
That's pretty good. Continuing, we have Dan.
Hey, it's Dan. I'm also the lead producer at NGP Productions. You guys have made Wilbranch our most popular show by far. If you want to check out a gaming podcast where I do with AKL Trifecta, please check out Save Point Sessions and the upcoming New Business University podcast coming very soon. You can find me on all social media at Danyan Senpai on everything, including Blue Sky, Twitch, and TikTok, YouTube. But I guess my parting words to Iggy are, you did good, kid. You did good.
That's a good one.
That'll do, pig.
Who do I give my final words to?
Your choice?
Oh God.
All of us?
Oh, I'm gonna do Miss Lewis's last words. Let's go. All right. Hi everybody. My name is GM Hina. I run a bunch of tabletop. I've been doing tabletop GMing, keeping all that good stuff for 6 years now. It's been my anniversary. I'm hopelessly in love with tabletop, and I'm very thankful I get to share with all of my friends and all of you. You can find me live over on twitch.tv/GMHina, which if you're right here right now, this is awkward because you're watching it right now. But if you haven't hit that follow button yet, what are you doing? Anyway, Miss Lewis's parting words for the class of 2020. Her beautiful children. I gotta think of this. She would tell you all that you have made her incredibly proud and that you all are going to do wonderful, spectacular things and to not lose sight of your connections. Because even though they may feel sometimes that they're going to snap, they will never truly break. only weaken for a little bit. We love you all dearly. We thank you for being here for our final table talk session, our Wilbranch Bye senior year, if you will. And we hope that you all have a beautiful rest of your evening. If you would like to join me for more streaming, you can join me on Friday, where I'll be doing an Overcooked collab with Snowy, as well as a few others. Speed and Bunny are part of that, so that'll be a lot of fun. And then, of course, you can join me on Saturday for more Wyvern's Mark, Tales of Drestrea, where a painting just talked. So that's awkward.
Right.
So, yeah, it'll be fun. If you want to join us for that, hopefully we'll see you then. But until then, stay safe, be kind, love each other, play really cool games, and we shall see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
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 I want you to know